a privilege it is to open up finals day of Combo Breaker. Myself, Ringe, along with Proxy for top 8 Guilty Gear Strive. Yo, crowd, can I get some noise real quick? That's what I'm talking about, baby. You already know this is part of the ARC World Tour. We're going to crown qualifiers to Seoul, South Korea. You already know that we're bringing elite action. Proxy, how you doing, fam?
Dude, absolutely could not be happier. As you said, a platinum event, one spot on the line, and a ton of points to be able to take home as well. So consequential where you place. Every single match matters. So let's get the matches that do matter here as we check out our top 8 brackets. You can see here, starting out on the winner's side, it's going to be UMISHO facing off against Kshuewhatdamoo. Fun fact, that between the two of them, 2 games dropped so far, the entire bracket. Absolutely ridiculous. On the other side of winners, though, Paragon's very own Jack facing off against Hotashi in winners.
Hotashi in the building. He came up to me after he placed the top 8. He said, Ringe, I'm back. The scene needed me straight up. So I can't wait to see this run in winner side of things. And of course, on the loser side of things, we got FlyQuest's Zone Nitro, reigning, defending Guilty Gear Strive champion of Evo, going up against Paragon Lord Knight. And we won't talk about what he's gone through this morning. FlyQuest Razzo in the building as well, going up against SQ, who has looked deadly and elite as well. This is going to be barn burners nonstop.
Absolutely. Massive character spread as well, so very excited to get to see the diversity top to bottom, as we say, getting into this winner's side first, starting off with UMISHO and Kshuewhatdamoo. The expected matchup here, Sin, Kisuke, and Johnny.
Yes, indeed, right. Ooh. I mean, UMISHO, I think, dropped triple digits on the Sin last night in the auction tournament, right? So she is most definitely fully in belief of this character. And of course, Kshu, a deadly Johnny. You already know what shirt I got on, so haha. Love that character. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing them battle it out, duke it out. And yeah, I think both of these characters have great possibilities of starting early on one another, right? They both, I think, have similar ranges to play with. So I want to see who's just kind of calling out who's got the better timing to open up their opponent, because once they do, I think the snowball's going to get out of control.
Definitely agree. And I want to specifically say, I mean, with the switch to Sin for UMISHO, I think this character fits her like a glove. It lets her brute force situations when she wants to, because sometimes, you know, you can smell blood in the water, you have those reads on deck, and this is a character that can capitalize on those types of reads and those types of situations when it comes to player tendencies so well. And also, it doesn't hurt that UMISHO has a really good sense for when to use reversals, and Sin's DP is pretty good.
Yeah, 100%, right? Especially with the calories for the Oki follow-up and whatnot. And that's the thing. I think that's part of also why Umi has a good fit on the Sin, right? Is that it has that creative freedom, that creative expression that she can really exploit when it comes to the calorie meter. She can play a little bit different than a lot of the Sins. And she was always one that wanted to get close quarters combat with, with Happy Chaos anyway. Of course. Love seeing this transition. And now Kshu, like we talked about, extremely deadly on the Johnny. Want to see if he's going to be able to beat UMISHO to a couple of these punches, whether it be in that far S range, whether it be with some 2S to stuff the L cut. Let's get it. There's the 2S already to start it off, right? So he's going to be threatening with, as always.
Oh, and I like that too. The first time we see the card, Sun Dipper slide on past, 6P finds the mark, secures the knockdown, but again, a first knockdown straight into the DP.
Yes, indeed. See, the Ogi follow-up was there as well, but Kshu already got her there and then baits out the DP to stop. Quick little burst. UMISHO not wanting to give him the positive bonus by going through the wall. Oh my lord, though. The misfinders are finding the mark.
Oh, the back throw potential incident here. Charges the dust, gets the damage. DP comes through. It's going to be able to secure the wall break here. Still a tough climb ahead. A positive bonus for UMISHO and a great poke to start it up.
Oh, yeah, remember that burst honestly prevented the positive bonus from Kshu, and now UMISHO is going to be the one getting it. And we're going through another wall, baby. Let's take a look at the whole stage.
Max meter on the other side, though. Plenty to be defensive. Instead, it's just a backdash. 100 meter to play offense here. No, it's not. It's the misfinder for the finish, but no, burst is back again.
That's part of why UMISHO burst so early in the round, right? Johnny does build the opponent a decent amount of burst meter outside the range, and both players have bursted twice in this round alone.
Close slash. Oh my god, but another back throw seals the deal. That was that's game 1.
I was going to say, as close of a round as you could get, and that's how we're starting the set.
2P into the 6P, touch too far, dashes up, strike throw, definitely deadly, but another interrupt with the 2K2D. Love it from UMISHO.
And again, Umi prioritizing spending the calories there to get the wall break. Oh, and then try to chase down with the BRC. Johnny's back. That's a little bit too far to get clipped, but nonetheless, still finds the opening, and we going through. Oh, never mind.
Maybe try to set up for a slump instead. This time the burst is available. Baits it out with a jump forward. It's wild assault for the confirm, and it's just enough with a tyrant barrel.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. She was dangling that burst out there as bait 100%. She was like, I know exactly when you're going to get this back. You don't got a lot of time left to save this heart. Jump can, sort of calling out perfectly, but Kshu establishing the far S range immediately. That's what we talked about. One of the primary ways Johnny's going to keep Sin at bay. Those 2 S's, those far S's, and there's the 2S counter hit, immediate burst from UMISHO.
Oh, you can see Duel of Fates there at the max distance. Beat driver versus the 2S. Finds the low though on the quick RC.
Yes, indeed. And now finally Kshu going to be the one that breaks the wall and gets the positive bonus to his side. Nice block from Umi, but yeah, with all this tension being built, them pressure strings wasn't going to stop anytime soon. Kshu on the board with a perfect.
Answering back the last perfect from UMISHO here. Down to the way to Kshu's side, flips on forward. Again, hasn't cashed in on that throw yet.
Was unbelievable. That FD right there on the first hit of the 2H to push him out, immediate beat driver afterwards. Nah, that was ridiculous.
Matchup knowledge showing up well as we go RTL, just like my dad, straight through the wall.
And that's what we talked about when it comes to FDing strings, right? It's not enough to just FD the string and then figure out what to do after. You gotta already know that it's gonna whiff and be committed to an option. I was really impressed with that. And then UMISHO getting the landing frame punish as well. That's all, oh, never mind.
Pixel of life left. Kshu, an opportunity to fight back, but it's quickly stifled. The flag is just a bit too long. Dueling perfect, 3 in a row.
That's insane, brother. Man, yeah, this set is already so clean. I love that, right? Kshu has been showing a lot of 2S, so this time the overhead at low crunches goes past it. I love what I'm seeing from UMISHO.
Like that, this one though, got a little bit of chip there, coming through, tries to cross him up twice in a row, but it's not able to find the mark. 2S in the 5H, Mistfinder finds the knockdown, and situation getting a little bit messy here for Umi in the corner.
Indeed, that guard bar getting cranked as well. You about to be in the wrong neighborhood, that's why we YRC away. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. The exclamation point is there. Please help. You cannot get hit or you will die. Oh, UMISHO instead finds the counter hit on the jump in. Kshu, I think, was not expecting that type of aggression coming out.
Hey, best defense is a good offense here. The opponent's blocking. You don't have to block. I like the jump forward with the H, though. Very nice. Card crush and dashes forward again. We got to cash it on the throw eventually.
You see, that time, Kshu cancels the first hit of the 2H and then Mistfinder back. Doesn't want to give UMISHO that punish opportunity that we saw earlier. And then again, even with the guard bar crank, Umi is so calm, cool, collected right now.
RTL once again makes it to the wall. Always good for it here. 50 meter on both sides. UMISHO has priority and finds the 2K2D. Cuts it short with the super to make sure the burst isn't back in play.
Yeah, son, the barrel. Letting it ring out, and Umi already up 2-0 like that. You talked about it, right? The Sin, she looks real natural on it. And right now, Kshu back up against the wall. We'll see if he can become the uncaged animal.
Oh, it's definitely a good way to start, especially with the Wild Assault. Very nice. And actually dashes backwards here for the burst. You know, that's global.
Exactly. The omnipresent burst. Getting out of the range is no longer a possibility as UMISHO once again finds himself with all the positive vibes.
2K slipped it through. Oh, checks the legs, gets the counter hit instead. Peekaboo on the dome.
Oh my goodness. Put them boogers in my chain, apparently.
Oh, BRC slowdown made things a little bit messy there. Beat driver pushes us out though. Looking like Rev 2. What is the beat drivers? Jesus.
Yeah, legit right now. Oh, and then the 2S perfectly spaced, but the PRC, you can see Kshu. There's some level of frustration now trying to open up UMISHO. That's why we see the PRC to nothing but right now. Forcing the issue here. Kshu's the one with the guard bar. Oh my goodness. And yeah, trying to bait out the burst. Great delay right there. Kshu surviving another day because of it.
ZRC, I like the just block there. Oh, finally tries to lean into the throw. This time it's going to be the close slash. IBFD does not buy you enough room. You can't escape Johnny, but a back throw will do it.
Yeah, 100% here. Umi going to be on set point after this one. My goodness, very convincing performance so far.
Half burst still available for Kshu here. Finds that first touch burst immediately from Umi.
And then again, the pressure continues. Oh, does manage to poke out, but waking up with that close S. Calling him out. Yeah, that's a big strat now that you can't just throw DPs in this game anymore.
Oh no, and that's going to leave us in a terrifying situation. One guess for the rest of your life bar here. 2K2D finds the mark though.
Indeed. And now opens him up. Trying to get the guard break going. Kshu Looking to put all of that on UMISHO, but she's weathering the storm and gets the back throw again, the way she snipes it. And the Wild Assault took the burst away, and then the wall splat locked it out once he got it back. That sucks.
Guarantees you one more mix here. Dashes on in to BRC slowdown, but jumps away from it here. Very smart positioning and a great mesh with the 2P.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, right now. Kshu only got a pixel health to work with here. He tried to get her to flinch. Finally finds the open up with the high miss. Finder YRC. Relieving some of that pressure, but we're going to spend all the calories, and then one more overhead is all that is necessary. UMISHO in winners finals.
Yeah, tough situation there. Had to commit all of your meter to FD, and the mental stack just gets a little overwhelming. The overhead finally gets cashed in on, only really used, what, like 2 or 3 times in the entire set. So
yeah,
that's the best way to be able to find those touches. You apply it a little bit liberally, but everything working out beautifully for UMISHO. We're able to take the victory, and as you said, a guaranteed top 3 spot now.
Yeah, indeed. That's going to be nice points, even if you don't get the automatic qualifying spot, right? So definitely. And yeah, I like that you bring up the overhead being sprinkled in, right? It was like to end the set right there. And then we saw it also to mainly like counter 2S rather than like just try to catch somebody off guard with an overhead, right? Really thought that was effective. And I love the wake up close S as well, because now that you can't throw DPs in this game, a lot of the offense, people will sprinkle in like fuzzy timings where they will bait out the reversal and then press their button. So close S obviously blows that up. As we get Hotashi taking the stage, as well as Paragon Jack. If you heard the crowd behind us, that was the reaction that Hotashi got. One of the things I always love about Hotashi is he just wants the players, or not the players, excuse me, but the crowd to be invested in the match. Whether you hate him, whether you like him, he just wants you to feel something.
No, I definitely agree. And I mean, when you look at his matches too, honestly, it's been cinema. He's been going down to the wire quite a bit. 3-2 SQ, 3-2 Slash, a close one with Kermit. Listen, he's a man of the people. He's a man of the content. He knows what he's here for.
Yeah, 100%, man. And I'm glad, like I told you, bro, after he made that top 8, he gave it to me, he was like, Range, I'm back. I want to see it, brother. The Bridget was looking clean. We even got to see a cameo from the Nagoriyuki, but it was in just a cameo. He switched quickly back to Bridget. I forgot which matchup it was, but honestly, me and C4 were expecting him to stick with the Nago, and he went to the Bridget, was able to clutch out the set, and did a great job doing so. So I'm fully expecting to see that up against the Happy Chaos. You know, it could be deadly times.
Absolutely, and Jack, as we've seen in North America, if you pay attention to Guilty Gear online, this is a name that you have seen somewhere. He is terrorizing your favorite player in every single online bracket and proving that he's got it offline as well. The Happy Chaos has been putting in overtime in these moments and has a really, really nice style when it comes to it here. Isn't too aggressive, likes to push the envelope sometimes, but for the most part has a very exceptionally balanced play style compared to a lot of other Happy Chaoses who tend to lean one direction or the other.
Yeah, that's a great point. It really does feel like he's the all-around Happy Chaos. It's probably why he's still the most successful Happy Chaos, while a lot of players have either moved on to different characters or maybe soul-searching a little bit with their play style with him. He just seems to have all aspects covered. So I'm very excited to see this. And yeah, obviously you talked about his online presence has been, I mean, just like Omni. He's always there no matter what top 8 it is. And then we even saw him take it offline at Evo, right? I think that was his very first offline tournament, made top 6. Like, dude is honestly on another level. He's looking to here to secure that top 3 finish. But obviously Hotashi, one of the legends of Guilty Gear right now, did his thing in Nexert, has been doing his thing in Strive since the games come out. So I can't wait to see this Clash of Titans.
And it is going to be the Nagoriyuki, it looks like here.
Okay.
It'd be a miss to not mention, by the way. Both these players, obviously, as we said, very well-rounded, veterans in their own right on both sides. Both exceptionally strong on defense here, so this is going to be 2 tough eggs to crack, brother.
100%, man. But man, they got the characters to do it, don't they? Nagoriyuki, Happy Chaos. Man, Hotashi, you see, right? He just wants the crowd to make some noise. He wants the electricity to flow. He is a true fighting game community member right there, baby. Let's get it popping. Other half of winter semis, and already we point blank, and already Hotashi jumping out of a throw and stabbing him on the way down.
Trying to commit to the Beyblade there. Shizu on the way through 5K, all the way to the wall. A drop though.
He popping, and oh my goodness, Jack did the jump 2K punish to get the corner after that. Now you diabolical, fam.
Oh my God.
Oh my. All the Shizus. You already know we popping again. We got the extendo pop though, and you done. Swing for the fences. Oh my God. It whipped. It wasn't quick enough. Hotashi with a heartbreaker on that one, brother.
Popped off too hard.
Me too, bro. Just getting my Otani references ready. I was like, oh, let's go.
Oh no, but off the wall, things go a bit astray. Once again, Jack taking the round here, and now slow and steady seems to be the pace, at least for the beginning. And now that's one thing Hotashi does really well. Hotashi's really good at knowing when he's allowed to walk forward. If you get that blood pop again, this is his style, his ninja way, brother.
Yeah, and this time just goes with another 6H. I mean, you didn't need the super anyway, dog. You see how much life this man took off with that? And yeah, exactly as you pointed out, this has been Hotashi's style from the get-go. He's all about the blood burst, and they buffed that. This is the best the blood burst has ever been. So Hotashi's got a chance to really one-touch people, and he's taking it, bro. Cranking that blood gauge as much as he can.
The TP2P, good on the jump block as well. Drops the combo, taps the dust. Very nice, Jack. Loop the pressure, Deus Ex, a full reload, and a new lease on life here. A hard knockdown, and an opportunity to win.
See what next be. Ooh, gold burst from Hotashi. I want some positive vibes too. PRC to keep the pressure up. You see the stabs. He's managing the blood gauge well.
Ooh, sniper with the 2H as well.
Ooh, nice reaction to that as well. Gets him with the 2S double time. Oh no! Jack caught him. Hotashi, I think, trying to react to the steady aim with something, but the bullet was a little bit too quick, and oh, what a heartbreaking way to not quite lose yet.
Oh, I mean, that super does slice guts, though. It's hard to bet against it. Wild Assault straight away to guarantee no burst. Another amazing use of the resources at hand. Jack, the court vision is crazy. Game one in his direction.
The eagle eye activated that bad boy right there. All resources. Yeah, you bring up the anime. You already know. But yeah, right there, that was so sick, taking it away. And then using the anime mixer, right? The jump forward, air back dash to get to the same side on the gunshot. Hotashi, again, already with the gold burst early, but he's finding himself eating lead.
Absolutely, things are not getting better here. Quick little reloads. Applies the curse before the break as well. Massive.
We'll try to keep him at bay with that punch, but Jack again not sticking his hand in the blender unnecessarily. The Shizu follow-up was there to hold him down that time, and the blood-sucking universe right before we got out of hand.
6H sends it through. Not a lot of life left to play with here. You saw the Shizu couldn't deal with the follow-up though.
That's why Jack was too far to like try to squeeze the throw in there or anything like that, but he does get the jump 2K, and now it's his corner, and you're just living on it.
Let's get in the full clip, full reload. 100-meter on the side of Hotashi, though. A lot of room to be aggressive.
Yeah, an empty blood gauge as well, right? Jack with the gapless strings, making sure he doesn't get a free opportunity to do that. He's going to have to spend some resources if he wants to take his turn.
Still alive, though. BRC forward might be on the menu here. Instead, it's going to be blocking simulator.
Yep. And now the 100 tension is gone. He's almost down to below 50 just from FD to protect his life here. No longer has the tension. Tried the Beyblade. He's still got blood to work with, though. The double jump and still tech the air throw. That was so clean.
Good defense once again. Backdashes the gunshot.
Oh, he tried to put the punch out with a low profile on the 2K. Happy Chaos, the limbo champ.
Absolutely. Bro goes in the underground bunker on that normal. It's actually ridiculous. Back in though, the 5K. Love the idea here, but a little too far on the 5H.
My man on that Barbados Slim. Oh, now we go into the other side with the CQC roll and hit him with the kitchen sink counter hands. Hotashi try to wake up with something, but two-piecing for the life lead.
IBFD, that's a bit of room. Meter still sitting there. 2H keeps us contained. Loving the ideas here as we continue to chip away at the life. And by chip, I mean take it in chunks.
Indeed, and oh, Jack almost escaped successfully. Hotashi able to react with a 4S right beforehand. Nodding to himself here, trying to start finding his groove.
Beyblade starter, you hate to see it. I mean, maybe, Vampire Nation, we like that one. 50%
yeah.
life.
100%. I see the Beyblade casuals in the hotel lobby.
Hey, listen.
We got fans. Oh, and then the Fukyo Shizu. Jack immediately going to burst out, not looking to give Hotashi that momentum. Throw is there, though. Drains some blood with the target combo.
Close touch 5K. Oh, no, because the FD knew the whiff was going to come through.
Again, great FD. Caught him in the middle of the dust. He knew. Right there, the Beyblade was the answer.
Kshuewhatdamoo, I see you. I respect that. Sees the orange, knows he's got the whiff punish on deck. Hotashi looking in form. I appreciate that. After the first game, still having that confidence.
Yeah, exactly right. We didn't see no bridges switch. He is just full force with the Nagoriyuki right now. And I like the way he's been betting about it. Now, it's going to be a tough situation to find himself in, especially with the gold burst being blocked and the backdash getting clipped by the 6S. Oh, boy.
Oh, I like that too, dropping in the corner, intentionally not getting a little bit extra. It's going to be Deus extra full reload.
The Ex Machina, reload these clips, give me these plus frames, all the resources. Oh, the curse, the fade away, and bait out the super. Stop it, Jack. Oh man, hit the mamba on that one.
I was gonna say, trying to take him to the 1,000-year blood war, not gonna happen here.
Shit.
One out of the way. Straight up the dash forward 2S reads the Fukio back. Jack is starting to get a read on these defensive tendencies and these round start tendencies from Hotashi here. We need a switch up.
100% right. Hotashi definitely came into this with a certain strat revolving around the gambits, and Jack is taking a lot of those options away now. He's playing very tight and compact.
I was gonna say, we talk about Ida's on the Gambler and Street Fighter here. Hotashi trying to take on that mantle here in Guilty Gear Strive. Shizu comes through once again and scares the BSU party time, baby.
Exactly, and that's what he needs, right? He needs to force a command grab so he can get the party time, so he can get Jack on the back foot. Backdash, oh my, when the hell was he gonna stop that?
I just, listen, if you know how to block that, DM me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, far slash string comes through, 6H, a little bit of damage, but not quite enough. Look at the blood gauge, a pixel, commits fully.
Yeah, he tried, right? That was just full commitment from Hotashi. Wanted to see if Jack was gonna get caught flinching, but as you said, right, the defense from Jack, very strong, very stoic. A lot of the time he doesn't panic. He's got confidence in his ability to block it out. FD immediately take his turn back once he pushes you out of range. So again, he doesn't get caught scrambling or panicking. Well done.
And he's the type of player who definitely can stay in control. He's never out of it yet, and this is, oh, that's the way you can't talk to him. Hotashi's quirk is that if you're playing against him on a stage and he talks to you and you talk back, you power him up. You double him.
I see.
I promise you. He is one of those guys, he would love to talk about the set with you.
100%, yeah. We even saw in that very first round, right, where the swing missed, he immediately turned to Jack and they started talking, so that's definitely his MO.
We were
right now
thinking about the Bridget, though. Looks like we might stick to the Vampire. I think it may be worth a consideration for the switch, but I do like this choice more. I like sticking it out with Nago.
Yeah, I really do like the aggression, the gambling style that Hotashi has been implementing up against Jack. But man, I think we need like a sprinkle in of some stabilization. I'm not sure how you find that in this matchup though. So that's what I'm a little worried about coming into game 4 here. Is a 2-1 Jack lead. Hey! The counter hit Shizu at least immediately deletes the burst for a while.
Listen, the alternate theory to this one is you don't have to stabilize yourself if you can destabilize your opponent. Round start Shizu, I like it.
That was a bar. Definitely love that. On again, shotting, shooting, all of it.
Even on the backdash, the big body backdash makes us avoid the 2D, but still the gun claps and finds the connection. Everything coming up, Jack.
Exactly, those big bodies, they got an extra frame of invincibility on the backdash. They love to use it, but that's the thing up against Happy Chaos. They can just cover that extra frame by letting a bullet rick out.
Oh, so now potential set point here. Hotashi gotta turn up. Beyblade's good start. Shizu unfortunately doesn't follow though.
And again, he's gotta, I was gonna say he's gotta try and make something happen here, but that jump 2K really plaguing him. There's not a lot of answers Nagoriyuki has. And the opponent is directly on top of him. It's up to Hotashi to try to sneak in these air throws.
Yeah, and there's no consequence to going for the slump mix-ups here, especially when your opponent already has full burst, so continues through. But this time actually does break the wall, but look at the focus here. An opportunity, a window for Hotashi.
Yeah, I think that's partly why Jack ended up breaking the wall there as well, to try to get some distance back during the last recovery of the focus. BRC, the cool burst, is successful for now. Oh, but the anti-air gunshot, and Jack gonna close the door on this set. 3-1 over Hotashi, making it to winners finals.
Finds his mark, takes the shot, gets the wall stick.
Oh man.
You love it. The fist bump comes through though. Unfortunate stuff for Hotashi, but not the last we've seen of him yet. Jack, another player guaranteed on the podium.
He's like, this is what you guys want? You losing to Happy Chaos, but now I really like the fact that a lot of the time when Jack was cornered, right, he was looking to find that jump 2K, right, and he never did it in a linear fashion. It wasn't just immediate, like instant air dash into that. He did some delays. He would do jump back, super jump back into the air dash. There was a lot of different ways and angles and timings he used the jump 2K, and he always landed directly on top of Nago. And like we said, there's not really many answers Nago has in that scenario. I don't think 6P is going to get you when it's right on top of his head. So it was really up to Hotashi trying to sneak in these air throws. And even in a couple instances where he did that, right? We saw an RC that slowed down Jack in the air. Jack double jumped. Hotashi went up to try to air throw him on the descension. Tech the air throw, right?
Absolutely. It's unfortunate because it's just like you said, it requires a misposition for 2H to be able to answer there.
Yeah.
If you're at the range, things are already too far out of the way, but we have our next two players already loading ourselves up as we get into this loser's bracket now, and it is going to be Nitro and LK coming up. So this is definitely another case of a young gun. Obviously, he's made his mark in the fighting game scene already in Nitro, facing off against one of the old guard, one of the legends of anime in Lord Knight.
Yeah, 100% legend of anime. Perfect way to put it right there. Lord Knight, who I mean was the Milia in the North American Guilty Gear for a very long time, right? Obviously nowadays playing some Baiken, playing some other characters. We don't see him on Milia as much. But as you mentioned, he's been doing his thing for a very long time, right? I think really rose to prominence. At least I first got familiar with Lord Knight on Blaze Blue, and then he was like, you know, people were trying to say, oh, you couldn't play Guilty Gear though. And then of course came over there with the Milia and put bodies in bags, and he hasn't stopped doing it since. So love seeing him, of course. Sponsored by Paragon as well, going up against FlyQuest Nitro. Nitro, obviously the reigning defending EVO champion for Guilty Gear Strive. So this is definitely a clash of different eras of anime, and I just love that us as a fighting game community are getting old enough to see that.
Absolutely agreed. Getting to see the generational swings coming through as Nitro back to the stage now. And this is one of the things too, is that I'll say on LK's side, we know it's going to be the Baiken for sure.
Yeah.
Facing off against Nitro, Nitro does have a little bit of a flex here. He does have the Giovanna. The Jacko is potentially available. I don't know if it's ready. I don't know if he was just cooking for a week or two or what, but I've seen him play Leo. I don't know, bro.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I've definitely seen vague social media posts alluding to some Leo Whitefang play, which, yeah, I mean, just I feel like it's a little bit unfamiliar for what I see from Nitro a lot of the time, right? But we'll see, man. And it looks like he's already hovering over it. Could this be the actual choice? His Jacko's so deadly, his Giovanna's so deadly, and he's always just a waifu player to me. I always see him play the waifus. I don't know how much he's gonna gel and have chemistry with Leo Whitefang.
Hey, who knows? Maybe that's just the FlyQuest power up here, because I know got Razzo on the other side also playing the Leo Whitefang.
That's true, that's true.
We'll see if Nitro's able to bring it together. We're gonna have a quick little button check though. Maybe he's just pump faking us. Who knows? Maybe he just heard us and he just wants to tease.
It's one of those, right? That's where the mix-ups start for the commentators. Whenever we see the button check, we're like, we don't even know if they actually gonna play these characters, B.
Bro, sometimes they're saving it for nationals, though. It's a platinum event. A lot of the times people will be like, I've prepared this one thing for this one niche matchup.
Yeah.
All right, bro, you got it.
100% right. In situations like this where it's a tour format and you know you're going to be seeing the same people across multiple tournaments that are going to be placing in that upper echelon, you got to come up with some certain strategies, right, to secure W's in big moments. So that could be one of the things that Nitro has been working on. We shall see. Is he going to lock it in here? And it looks like it. So it's going to be Leo Whitefang for FlyQuest Nitro going up against the Baiken from Paragon Lord Knight. Again, this is our first match in the loser side of the bracket. This is the safety net. This is the second chance. We'll see who responds to it.
Oh, big opportunity coming up for these two. As you said, tournament life's on the line in the loser's bracket. A lot coming through. As we said, a qualifying spot, dude. An opportunity to live your dream and have a nice little trip out to compete in Korea. There's so much to consider, but you don't have time to think about that, bro. It's just, I don't know how these players do it, man.
Exactly right. It's all about the preparations, all about the investment leading up to this point. That's what carries you in these big moments. We'll see how they go. Oh, and already the dash jab. It's a very potent strat with Leo. And again, I'm loving the Aspire bar, everything that Nitro's doing right now to put up a wall. Lord Knight here looking to advance through it.
Down 5H, straight into the pillar, turns in the back turn, and now spaces things out well. I like that, playing just outside the Kabari ranges while you are unable to block. Has that parry on deck as well.
Lord Knight, excuse me, I was going to say Nitro has stood in back turn for so long. Finally clips Lord Knight, but burst out immediately, and now we got the corner pressure, trying to get the fuzzy jumps going, and lets the flash kick rip.
I'll say this guy's got a good sense for, oh my God, speaking of parries, hold that thought.
Say good sense of defense, good sense to let your reversals rip. Lord Knight showing off with that as well. Ooh, he's got the rope games as well. Nitro playing such solid defense. It's the BRC throw. Stays in front, turns back around, tries to get the OTG kill. Not yet, but the back turn 2K, one of the most harassing tools in the game. 5K, excuse me.
That stance on stance into the throw was honestly the thing that completely secures the match there. You find the 6P, find the wild assault, and secure a wall break, half your life, and a positive bonus here. Nitro looking clean right now.
So, oh my goodness, way swanging. When again, the RC this time. Ooh, I'm not sure what Lord Knight tried to do, but this time does find the parry. Flash kick again and get your Kabari out of here. I don't want to be tethered.
Backing things up, playing it low and slow. I love how slow Nitro's playing this. A lot of times he knows when to put the pedal to the metal and he's going for solid mix-ups when he gets there. But a lot of times he's just playing that 2 character length range.
Oh, BRC's on both sides. Respecting it, you had to know the flash kick was looming, bro. The charge was too high.
Oh, 2S is so smart though to break the fireball. Matchup knowledge shown again here from Lord Knight though, but there was the throw. There's the rope. Nice block and a great 5P.
Yeah, Nitro immediately recognizing I blocked this Yozensen. I can definitely challenge afterward. Well done.
I'll say the preparation there was actually ridiculous. Knowing the situation, recognizing the cross-up was coming. Escobar finds the mark, but you're trapped in here with me. He finds the 5P and goes straight to the headbangers here in the corner.
Nah, this tempo and pace that Nitro has been playing at on the Leo White thing is super impressive. Like you can tell, this looks like he's been playing the character for a long time. I don't see the DNA from Giovanna or Jacko. Like this is really specifically tailored to Nitro right now.
Definitely agreed. As we're looking for the whip punish there with the fireball. JS was a bit astray, has to RC backwards, but too far for the Kabari. And Jesus!
Again, yeah, even having the stance guard point answers here. We've got the parry response from Lord Knight. Bring him close again, and the delayed flash kick. Nitro calling out Lord Knight's timings perfectly, and then the jab meaty puts another round away.
He's been magic with these 5Ps. I don't know. It's been punishes, anti-airs, everything. It's doing his taxes, bro. I don't understand.
Oh, and again here, gets the overhead nice and early. Nitro. Positive bonus to his side as well. Everything is looking clean. Ooh, Yozensen is there that time. Stuffed the 5P, which is Nitro's primary tool right now for anti-airing.
Delays a bit though. S fireball not quite gonna close it. Still all right. 2S finds the mark. Jesus.
Lord Knight, no buffer behind that or anything. No reaction with the RC drift forward to convert though. And the far S keeping Leo on bay, and then the jump as well.
That's Baiken low. JS, my beloved. I love it.
Mm-hmm. We tethered up, and that time Lord Knight did not swing, right? We saw the flash kick come out, so he tried to bait it. Nitro didn't give it to him either. Oh, the super Leo Zansen. Definitely hard to block.
I say the hezzy into the bat. Dude, the fadeaway is so good.
Yeah.
Everything coming up his base. We get the Escobar once again. Damage continuing to add up. And Lord Knight,
disgusting Yozensen setups now coming out from Lord Knight, and Nitro is tired of having to figure out which way to block. Nice back turn, 5P. That might as well be a 6P.
Just as good. Vertical hitbox kind of crazy. Gets the 2K, 5K. Couldn't quite have the charge though for the flash kick, it looked like.
Him in the 2D from long distance. BRC backdash overhead. Nitro here trying to put Lord Knight on life support. Baiken though, she's a hefty girl, brother, not going easily into the night. BRC is there, just blocking it out. Oh, you see Nitro trying to sprinkle in the jabs as well to challenge.
Oh. Using that FD, YRC ends up being the choice, finds the blue beat with the burst to maintain momentum. This could be it.
Oh, so smart. Oh, and then Nitro once again finding the opening.
2 games straight for Nitro. The momentum continues to build here. Is looking so safe, so solid, risk adverse at every single turn while still somehow applying pressure.
Yeah, I really love the immediate 2K after the YRC in that last round too from Lord Knight to make sure Nitro could just like mash out a flash kick, but nonetheless, dude, Nitro still finds a way to bring the victory home. Oh, the parry is there. I love Lord Knight establishing that quite a bit. But the thing about it is Nitro hasn't really second-guessed any of his offense despite getting hit by a couple of parries.
Yeah, I was going to say, a good guess on Lord Knight's part doesn't constitute bad ideas on Nitro's. For 100%, I agree.
Yeah, you know, 1,000. And Nitro's recognizing that as well. That's why he hasn't really been changing it up. No need to alter success. Right now, Lord Knight is going to get the positive bonus and try to put a heart on the board. Oh my goodness though, Nitro taking into account all those FDs and just micro dashing and making up for that space and baiting out the super. Lord Knight does have tension though, both players fading away.
JP over, oh my God, what are you doing? The shimmy, you're absolutely, he's nuts, he's pistachios, brother. What are you doing trying to shimmy like that? Are you serious?
And Lord Knight, yeah, that sniper of a 4S and be able to take away that option.
Love the throw. Still locked in. 2P finds the mark. Can't quite get anything else off the rope, though.
And it's timing. Wow, Nitro. Again, a sniper with the timings there. Caught him in between the tatami summons.
Okay.
Man. That just recognizes that Baiken went through him and actually backdash, causing the follower from Lord Knight to whiff and taking full advantage of it all the way through with the super. Nitro here on the verge of giving himself set point.
Yeah, he wore 100 for 100 on parries. I don't understand.
Legit. Oh, the Ozan said he tried to get something out. And remember, the flash kick is just a down up charge, but Nitro here trying to hold on to this game, but it's not going to happen. Lord Knight, jump ass, and the crowd comes alive for the legend.
LK not done yet. Still has an opportunity to make this work here. Love to see the comeback here. A game 5 would be. Listen, I just want to see some good Guilty Gear. Whoever wins. I need a game 5 right now. LK, lock it in.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of both of these cats, honestly. So whoever moves on, that's a great time. Wow, actually trading with the flash kick.
Tommy actually interrupts the fireball. Very smart. 2S spaces us out. Lord Knight is getting used to this pace that Nitro's going for. Nitro might need to turn up the heat a little bit, be a little more aggressive here as we go for the 5K. That's what I want to see.
I 100% agree. Like, Nitro's done such a good job playing it nice, slow, solid, but it's time now. It's time to switch up the momentum. It's time to switch up the tempo, try to make Lord Knight think about other things.
We haven't even tested him with run through yet. Nice throw, though.
Oh, and again, the fadeaway on the jump pass. Tethered up so you're never escaping, you're never out of range.
Jesus Christ, the missile drop kick from max distance. Finds the mark, tries to go for the low once again, and finally the 5K's harassing out.
Bro, yeah, the 5Ks is so good. And the thing is, Nitro is taking a lot of the FD blocks into account, right? Using these micro dashes into the button to stay close even while you're trying to push them away.
Flash kick comes through, very nice. Too far on the guard stance, that's okay though. Controlling the space, making sure that LK doesn't have any room to roam.
Nitro is turning up right now as well. Look at the aggression on a different level. Lord Knight does get the goal successfully into the dash up. Hezi into the 2P, gets the knockdown. Again, trying to bait something out. He's not giving it to the 2-step into the throw. Will seal it for Nitro and Y.
Do you have any idea how much social credit you've had to earn against your opponent to be able to hesitate for that long in that moment?
Oh my goodness, bro. Looked like he was risen, that man right there. He's like, yo, watch my 2-step real quick. You ain't never seen a white boy move like this. Leo Whitefang in the building. 3-1. Nitro moving on to losers quarters.
Oh, beautiful stuff. I mean, that's the type of energy you have to bring and the way you have to play it. You have to be creative in your approaches here in Guilty Gear Strive. There's no other way to be successful. The game allows for it, so you must deliver. And listen, that's why we're here. That's why we play the game.
Yep, 100%. And I think we really identified what Nitro needs to do on the money was switch up the tempo, right? And that's what we saw at the end right there. He got a lot more aggressive, and then he got in your face and made these real awkward movements to make you uncomfortable, and you could tell that it was just like one of those things that it was tough to answer to reliably. Lord Knight ends up falling in the process, but now we got our last match of losers. Round 1 to go is going to be another FlyQuest rep, Razzo, going up against SQ.
And these two both have had some tough roads here for sure, obviously into the losers bracket now, but I do want to specifically highlight SQ. SQ, all of the sets she's been playing have been 3-2, and her run through losers and the victory she was able to claim, as well as the moment of qualification, was absolute cinema. It's amazing to get to see the results come through. SQ, again, another player that if you've been watching Guilty Gear, if you haven't been living under a rock, this is a name you absolutely have seen week in and week out in all the weeklies across the entirety of the internets. Continually finds these top 8 spots with the Ramlethal.
100%. And SQ, I mean, she's been one of the pioneers of the Ramlethal since the launch of Strive, right? I think it really was one of the people at the forefront, putting in mad work in the lab, figuring out how to play this character optimally. I feel like she definitely laid out the blueprint for how to play the character right. So I love seeing her back in these top 8s as well at Combo Breaker, and then going up against Razzo as well. So I'm playing a couple of different characters, right? Obviously, Razzo has had so much success on the Leo Whitefang. You talked about it, right? That little FlyQuest power-up that we saw Nitro inhibit. But of course, she's got a great ABBA in her back pocket. She's got a couple of other characters too that she could bring out. And she's ready to see what the choice is going to be for this matchup specifically.
I was gonna say, yeah, we've seen Sin, we've seen Slayer across multiple times. Definitely one of the players who has played the most characters to earn points in like AWT history. Only Razzo and Gobo are like the goats of just playing whatever they want and finding results. But I do think that between the characters that Razzo does pilot, I like Leo and Slayer the most, and in this matchup, I like Leo the most. So I expect to see, you know, the king, the lion, being the one to come through.
100% here, and of course, this is just button check. So we're not 100% sure if that is indeed what Razzo's going to lock into. Obviously, she's button checking with her right now, but we are going to find out for sure shortly. Yeah, I'm pretty much with you, honestly. I've always thought that Leo is pretty decent up against Ram. Obviously, Ram just in general has amazing space control and whatnot. But the speed Leo, the dash blocks, the 2S, being able to get under some things, and in general, just like having the threat of the flash kick there at any given moment, I think could definitely make the Ramlethal hesitate, and then that creates the openings that Leo needs, and of course, we already know how potent Leo can be on offense.
Definitely agreed. But this is going to be us locked in. It is going to be the Leo White Fang. Ramlethal on the other side. About ready to start. The fist bump comes through. The Eagles ready to fly. And our final match of round one losers. Combo breaker. Let me hear it.
That's what I'm talking about. Here's some noise and all that. That's what we addicted to here in the fighting game community. Let's get this round one losers match rocking.
Straight away, love the aggression here, but the counter hit on the 2K 2D working out well, and strike throw with SQ is where she finds her money. She's so good at using the boulder, so good at abusing the close slash, and so good at finding opportunities in that CQC.
Ooh, and then baiting up the flash kick as well, perfectly backdashed away. SQ out C, she's been deadly with the sword toss into the flip to cross you up on the explosion as well. Keep that in mind as we go out through this match.
Say that's the modern Ram classic.
Yeah, 100%.
Flipped on pass though, no punish, actually a little bit of hesitation there. Back turn ends up getting punished, and SQ handily. Round one, momentum looking firmly in her favor.
That was real clean from SQ, honestly. We saw the 5K at the round start get blocked really close, so she challenged with the 2K. That time, Razzo didn't want that to happen again, right? So she had canceled into the Berserker slash. SQ saw that, jumped out of it. It's actually immaculate gameplay so far here in game one.
Sword throw makes you hesitate, and unfortunately the hesitation means death. Taps the dust, Morabano to kill, and a perfect to clean up game one.
Exactly, SQ going straight into the Mortabato. Razzo had the burst there, but couldn't quite get it out in time before the super. That's why SQ went directly into it, right, to lock out the burst. Very, very smart.
Oh, okay, and again, kind of getting used to the pacing here. DP is blocked as well. SQ, we're a mind reader right now.
And I love the fact that SQ was just going for the punish too, right? She didn't like trying to hard bait the burst after. Just get the burst off the table, get the damage in. Don't give up something unless they really earn it.
Take what you're given, 100% I agree. People overthink that. I'm so glad you said it.
Yeah, 100%. And now SQ, look at this, the way she's capitalizing off of it, right? Has in the corner, gets the positive bonus, and Razzo does have the ability to flex on a wild assault back, but no burst in sight.
Okay, 5K, touch too far. Oh my God, the windshield wipers, and you already know, no scaling to be seen. That's the best starter.
Yeah, exactly. No life bar survives that. All we see is red when that happens. Oh my goodness, try to whip punch with the 2D, just slightly late on it.
Rocking through, gets the poke, forces the burst situation, continuing to go SQ's way. What a trade!
Yeah, legit, man. Oh, and then 5K. Now Razzo's starting to find their sweet spots, right? That perfect distance on the 5K, catching SQ trying to flinch and move. It's a good start.
I like that YRC, sets up for the short though. Fakes the flip this time. Okay, layer two, let's get it.
Oh my goodness, SQ's like, I know you're good, Razzo, so I ain't gonna actually get you in the cross up, and then gets the dust with the explosion follow up. My goodness.
Timing there was incredible. BRC for the slowdown, double jump is really good. 5 to hit, the verticality is nasty.
The stab down, Razzo did get the burst back at the last instant, but had to deal with the sword coming her way. SQ, you see the 1-up, that's all she needs to advance.
So it'd be a massive victory for SQ. SQ has continually shown results online and offline, but has never quite played to the potential that we know she has, because she has the potential to beat anyone, any day, anywhere. Razzo, though, one of the ultimate players when it comes to comebacks here. The momentum can be unbelievable here. We're not done yet.
Yeah, 100%. Razzo, you start letting her open the door, and she's gonna take the whole house with her, bro.
The squatter's rights, brother. 2S.
Legit. All right, now though, SQ is just so precise, literally stopping Razzo at every turn. Super is here, giving them vibes, trying to get the backdash to do something, but you just knocked down, and you still not able to do anything. Razzo knows she has to hold the burst. It would have been insurmountable to bring that back.
This could be the final round here for Razzo. Situation still looking messy. That is an active hitbox. Are you serious?
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker for the backdash, not to dodge that jump in, man. Oh, and the actual guard point follow-up doesn't connect either. Ooh.
Oh, touchy far once again. Oh, and we're looking for the whip punish. I like that. The court vision is working out well. Even though we don't have the punish, I like that we're seeing it.
Yeah, finally finding one of the far buttons, but still nothing significant coming for Razzo. SQ's been so solid. Wow, again, the activity on the jump in, and again, brother, this has been plaguing Razzo. She can't find an answer. BRC flow down, though, put an end to that nonsense.
The tri-jump was absolutely massive. Deflect shield to buy some room, but Razzo is not deterred. Takes the space back immediately, sends us through the wall, but still alive with the most pixel of pixels.
Indeed, SQ, she doesn't have too much tension left, right? So Razzo, I think, yeah, just gonna try and take it away. And again, that's why she had to let the flash kick rip, bro. This jump H seems to be unanti-airable.
I'm tired, bro. Please stop.
Yeah, Razzo's even trying to let her whiff and then dash in to punish after, and it's still too active.
Oh, and that's something we don't see very often. We don't see people come from the top rope like that with Ram, but situation's still coming up well. Sword throw into the low, taps the dust, RC, trying to throw everything in the arsenal, a flash kick to answer.
And finally, Razzo starting to let the flash kicks rip here. Oh, the flex show, give me my space, I needs that. Oh, too far, that's actually clip. Again, we're talking about the FDs pushing people out. Oh my goodness, the dash back turn S is the wall.
Oh my God, the evacuation plan coming through. SQ finds the hit, is just barely gonna build the meter, I do believe. Mortavana still not enough to Leo. The six-pack saving him.
Indeed, brother. Never skips leg day, never skips half day. Right now, the PRC with the sword toss. The flex shield does get her away. The last bit of active frames coming through. Oh my goodness, bro. Both players looking to not commit to anything big. The tension is palpable, and SQ closes it and clutches it out to move on to losers quarterfinals.
And that's such a frustrating situation for Razzo because Razzo has to play it a little slow there, but advantage to SQ the longer you wait. Has a life lead, time ticks down, and there is a sword on its way back to Ramlethal, so you have to make a move of some kind. Yeah. It's unfortunate that it does get whiff punished there for Razzo, but SQ, way to recognize the situation and understand that something had to give and that Razzo had to take a shot.
Yeah, exactly right. You don't want that opportunity to pass you by while Ram doesn't have one of the swords, right? Especially when you're in a deficit like that. So I think SQ really picked her moment perfectly, as she did throughout the set. Like, the timings of everything was just so on point. So very, very impressive stuff so far from Razzo and SQ, of course, moving on. Big ups to Razzo, making top 8, but falling a little bit short of what she desired, I'm sure.
Absolutely, but still getting them points in the pocket here. But we are going to see winners finals, UMISHO and Jack. Loser side, Hotashi, Nitro, Kshu, and SQ. A ton of incredible matches still to come here. That's just been round 1, brother.
Yes, indeed. That was an intense round 1 for sure. We're going to take a quick break here at Combo Breaker to ensure we get all our vibes correct going forward for this top 8. Don't go.
Breaker 2025 as we continue to roll here with Guilty Gear Strive. Proxy and Ringe on the call. Been having a ball so far. Combo Breaker. We liking Guilty Gear? Absolutely. I knew the answer. I just like to hear him.
Yes, indeed. It always feels good to feel the electricity of the crowd and the atmosphere here in the pit. That's one of the, I think, main appeals for us as commentators as well about Combo Breaker. Always, the vibes are immaculate at this tournament, and when you get the privilege of being in the pit, it's a whole different feel. So, obviously, we're looking much forward to calling the rest of this top 8, and let's see what that bracket is looking like so far. As we got through our first round of matches, UMISHO taking it over Kshu, and Jack taking it over Hotashi to set up our winners finals, and then Nitro taking it over Lord Knight and SQ taking it over Razzo to set up our losers quarters matches, and that's what we're going to get to next, including that top match right there. Hotashi versus FlyQuest Nitro, going to be a banger.
And every single match is so consequential. More points on the line, one step closer to the automatic qualifier. Imagine qualifying this early into the season and being able to play the rest, to just be able to practice, to just be able to relax, knowing that your ticket is booked and you're going to be able to be at the big dance. Combo breaker could be a dream come true for one of these players. Not could, it will be.
Indeed, right? Yeah, 100% is going to be what we see for the winner. Automatic qualification into the Seoul, South Korea finals for the Arc World Tour 2025-2026 tournament. So yeah, man, I can't wait to see who's actually going to be able to fulfill that dream as we get our next match going. As these two players here, again, this is their second chance. This is their safety net. We are in the losers bracket side of things. Hotashi and Nitro. And Nitro bringing out the Leo White Fang. We had seen him allude to it on social media. He did his thing, stuck with the character the whole time to defeat Lord Knight. So what is he going to bring to the table up against Hotashi? And obviously, Hotashi, we've seen become one of the premier Bridgets, but he went back to the tried and true Nagoriyuki up against Jack. So a lot of different things being shown here to try to secure this spot to Seoul.
I was going to say, because the original spark for Nitro on this one was seeing, he was playing against Gold Lewis, and he was like, I don't know what to do about this champion,
okay,
brother.
gotcha.
I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this. This is getting a little messy every time I have to deal with it here, but apparently we've kind of expanded it. And again, if you're going to if you're going to switch characters, and you're going to have something that's going to have a true match spread across the field, Leo is one of those characters that is solo viable. Guilty Gear in this iteration is luckily simple enough in certain places to where you can multi-character, unlike some other Guilty Gears, because, you know, Rev 2 is one of those things where you have to be a scientist with your character at every single time. But you get a little bit of flexibility here, as Nitro has shown with his multi-character layout that has obviously worked as the Evo champion.
Yeah, exactly right. He definitely took the Giovanna and the Jacko all the way to the promised land, bringing home the Evo 2024 championship in Las Vegas. Now continuing to try to cement his mark in the Arc World Tour by bringing home a Combo Breaker championship as well. And like we talked about, right, we have multiple characters at the disposal for both of these players. And right now it looks like we're going to be getting Bridget versus Giovanna rather than anything we saw in the first round between these two.
A lot to unpack from it.
This most definitely, and I thought it was going to be a button check at first, but considering the intros are being let rock, I think we're going to get straight into this. Giovanna versus Bridget, Lord Knight versus, or excuse me, Lord Knight, Nitro versus Hotashi. Let's go.
Already a strong start here, trying to bait out the FD. That's one thing that Hotashi does very well. He's very good at tempering and backdashes in a lot of different places and finding whip punishes just like that.
Oh, and the burst immediately recognized from Hotashi. That's why we see the PRC try to keep the corner, and so much so that he's going to be willing to spin his own burst to do so.
Got the trade. Definitely looked good. Hey, and the whip punish comes out. Unfortunately, doesn't get too much of a mix-up off of it, though. Hotashi back to standing.
Cd hole in the instant block. Hotashi right now very much locked in, but Nitro reaching to the heavens to bring her to hell on that one.
Try to hit with the tri-jump. What? This is a consistent thing. He's looking for that weird shimmy again and again here. But with the BRC slowdown, he's able to get the pickup. That was superb routing.
100% the chopped and screwed micro dashes right there to continue the combo. Hotashi with the air throw back to the corner and the wake up S. Nitro showing no fear.
Wake up 5S blowing it up there, especially with the multi-hit. Strong start here for Nitro out of the round one. They've been a very slow and steady pace here for both players, though. I like how we're playing this. They have a similar style, it feels like, at least so far.
Yeah, definitely. At least the tempo that they want to play at seems very similar. So yeah, the 2D is always going to be an option for the Giovanna to stuff the grounded approach. And this time, the big counter hit Hotashi again, timing his burst to make sure Nitro ends up in the corner.
Little delay, ends up calling in with the yo-yo, the homing attack into the aura, very nice.
Again, immediate super from Hotashi as well, perhaps looking to lock out Nitro from that burst, and then the safe jump S is going to be able to close it out.
Round apiece, Nitro massive lead on the resources, though that full burst already obtained. IB, and finds the 5P, very nice.
Yeah, we saw it in the 5P usage when he was playing Leo, right? These like micro dash 5Ps are plaguing his opponents a lot of the time, and wow! Were you kidding me? Walking out of the yo-yo range and then immediately whip punishing Nitro, oh my!
This guy's actually unbelievable. Footsie's in my Guilty Gear, bro.
Yeah, nah, that was so well calculated. Oh my goodness, what a way to take game one. Perfect in round 3, showing that the intel from the first 2 rounds is locked and loaded.
And straight back to character select here, and of course we're gonna go straight to the Mint Vampire.
Oh. Abba, I even heard somebody in the crowd next to us go, Abba. I said, Abba.
Asking for the crowd's approval.
Well, cheering. Nitro said, nah. Nagoriyuki.
We like that too. Okay.
I felt like there was more booze for the Nago. Oh, but as we locks in regardless here. And I don't blame him, honestly. After seeing like the 5H just get walked back on and whip punished like that, I'd hesitate picking Bridget against this guy again too.
I do like his particular Nagoriyuki style into a player like Nitro as well. Nitro's showing he's willing to play grounded, he's willing to play slow. In these situations, things might get a bit messy, but we might get into a counter pick war here. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Oh my, you can tell Nitro's confidence exuding out his pores at this point.
He's just, bro, sweating it out.
Bro, legitimately, to have the cojones to dash up on Nagoriyuki at round start and then dash back, baiting him perfectly, wow.
While the Soul finds the 2S afterwards. Nice ideas. Again and again, strike throw, not gonna work. Hotashi says, I've seen it before.
Cindy and look, Nitro, man, just playing so patient, but that's what you talked about, right? The Beyblade, stuff like that, is gonna have the opportunity to kind of catch Nitro off guard with the tempo he's playing.
Oh, IB was trying to look for the throw potentially here. 2S, a great stop sign. Life bar starting to dwindle, and a little step forward there.
I was scared for his life right there. Nitro had 100 tension, right? I thought we were gonna see the breakdance fight and give him that rip.
Oh, Jesus. Decent reward here. Blood starting to build up. Close slash. Doesn't quite find the mark, but the Beyblade does.
Oh, my goodness. And immediately dodging the BSU. No command grabs for you. Oh, nice. Instant block. No whip kicks for free. You got to instant block that to punish it properly.
Ooh, speaking of which, the IBF need to buy some room on the far slash string. Here we go. Almost 100 meter built up now, and Nitro on the offense.
Ooh, the counter hit just barely beat Nagoriyuki to the button. And he's going to pay with the rest of his life bar on that one. Ouch, son.
Nitro gives you just enough room to think you have a moment. He's so good at timing his offense. Yeah. A lot of these things, it's things that you see every Giovanna do, but that little bit of extra spacing he leaves is the difference between winning an EVO title.
Yeah, legit. I love it. Even to set that up, he switched up the block string. Instead of the whip kick, he went with the spiral arrow, right, to throw off the instant block timing. Like, he's very cautious. There's very little autopiloting from Nitro ever.
Absolutely. Safe and solid. Thought process coming through. Tries to go for the 5K whip. Not going to work out here. Oh, my God. You're going to get punished with 3 6Hs.
Yes, indeed, brother. 3-piece doing so much damage. And, again, these Beyblades are catching Nitro trying to walk at this ambiguous range. Yep, again, caught him.
Just cut the laces off the shoes, bro.
Bruh. Hey, I gotta have an Achilles injury soon. Gonna end up like Jason Tatum.
No, bro.
Watch yourself, bro. Yo, I'm so sorry, Jason Tatum. I like you, brother. I like you. I didn't mean to throw shots like that.
That's a good guy.
Yeah, that's a good guy. I actually like Jason Tatum.
2D finds the mark here at the start of game 3. Right away, we tried to secure with the Beyblade here, but that's a nice swift punish on the other side.
Cindy, Nitro here. Oh, applying that pressure. Shout out Swerve Strickland. Once again. Oh, actually backdash that time, but Nitro, bro. How did he react to the fact there was no hit stun? Gets out and then punishes Hotashi's attempt. Wow.
Oh, 2S finds the mark. Everything coming up his way. Not quite able to complete, though. Blood continuing to build here. A bar and a half.
Nice. We're playing these mind games, whether it's going to be whip kick or spiral arrow, right? Hotashi calls that one out perfectly with a 6-meter judo chop. And then the 2S 2-piece going to be enough for the life bar.
Decapitation. Listen, we were doing full combo damage on block right there, brother.
You already know. That joint, he get extra crispy when he got the full blood gauge. Oh, and then again, the Beyblade, speaking of the full blood gauge, yeah, he's gonna pop. That's why Nitro bursted. Very, very smart timing. Oh my goodness. Yo, Nagoriyuki, better luck next round, though. Oh, still alive.
An opportunity to arise here. Gets to see the block. YRC is the choice. Of course, BSU.
8 away as well from Nitro. And the jumpies, both of them instantly look at each other. And Nitro Nitro can do nothing but look away.
He said, come on, my boy.
Consequences of playing a big body. You don't think I'm gonna rise, jump punch? This man Hotashi saw his life flash before his eyes.
Yeah, dude. Jump back JP working wonders in the moment here, but going to continue to stay locked in. Nagoriyuki is going to stay the pick. The match begins again. Game 4, Nitro though. So sitting on the lead, maybe not for long with a start like that.
Yeah, and again, jumping damn near every command throw. Finally, Hotashi lands one.
Jesus.
Dust as well, and that round, just one of them rounds, you feel me? Chop that up.
He's called the one-shot character for a reason.
Exactly, the game knew, it's how to describe them. Nice, Nitro again, finding the instances, but again, he keeps trying to tempt Hotashi into pressing buttons, and that's the thing, the Beyblade, the 2S, it's got enough range to where you cannot tempt him to do that from that space.
Double 6 siege, working wonders. Fukio's backwards. Fukio's again. Sees the opportunity, secures the whip punish, and Hotashi is not dead yet.
What a reaction right there, recognizing the drift forward RC, double Fukioing back to get the perfect space on the Beyblade punish. That was impressive, and you talked about it right. Talk to me, Proxy.
This matchup can be extremely annoying here. So with Nagoriyuki locked in, Jacko coming through, this is one of those matchups where if you get to stretch full screen and you don't have blood to play with, and Jacko pulls a minion and is able to get 1 to 2 up and starts to close the distance, I know people don't like checkmate, but it starts to get there.
It feels like that, all right, 100%. And both of these players having some words with each other as well. As you mentioned, brother, Jacko is gonna come out much to the delight of the crowd. And that's the thing, yeah, Hotashi's starting to crack the knuckles. He knows he cannot let this game get out of control. You get full screen with a lot of blood, you ain't getting back in on Jacko. So he's gotta really manage, either go all in real early and you better be right, or you gotta stabilize the game plan a little bit.
Like that, a very early start with the breakdance fighting. That's how Hotashi has to play this. Spends the Fukio, goes for the jump, has to gamble.
I love this right now, trying to catch him off guard. He respected the second hit of the Shizu, so he's able to reset. And man, perfectly balancing the blood gauge, but that's why Nitro bursts now, right? You got high blood, good luck, brother.
This is the exact situation I warned of. Minions from full screen here, but there we go. Just enough blood to close the distance, and that's all it's gonna take. Blood is popped, but we're still in there.
Yeah, most definitely here. Look at just the chip alone. That's why Nitro FDing the 2H there, but still gets clipped, and Hotashi, another round on the board.
So the best fireball in the game, it's me, brother.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. What's a minion to a clone, brother? I'm sending my own self out there.
Oh, so you got homies to do your dirty work for you? I'm out here. I said, I'm on the ball.
Exactly, I do the dirty work.
2P doesn't work out though. We're answering back in an incredible way. Life total beginning to dwindle here. Hotashi running out of options in round 2.
Oh. And trying to snipe a couple of Beyblades. He wanted to get close so the blood burst pop would affect Nitro, but that's not gonna happen.
Just like that, final game, final round. Losers bracket action 2. Wild Assault sent aggressive here, tries to make the chances, wants to be the one asking the questions.
Indeed, and again gets the dust as well. Maybe trying to bait out the burst right there. Hotashi didn't give it to him though. You're not gonna get me with layer 1 right now. We gotta get deep in the bag. Beautiful burst right there. Get the pressure off of him here. Trying to push it to the corner. YRC relieves some of his own.
Oh no, what a backdash! Will punches the 2D. Massive PSU whip!
Didn't come down with a button either, Nitro. I don't know where the punch attempt was. The flex shield gets him away. Gonna be anybody's game here, the minion toss. And now you're full screen against Jacko. The judo chop, but he punishes him for it.
Still okay, 2D attacks the minion. Big but he misses the punish! Gets a soccer kick! Has the Vito! Takes the kill! And Nitro just barely able to clutch it here over Hotashi!
And I love that. I love both of these players embrace it like that because they knew that was a good-ass match. At the end of the day, that's what we're trying to see. We want our players to play the best of their capabilities, and that's what we saw right there. Incredible set from 2 legends in Nitro and Hotashi. Well done.
My God. My heart can't take it. My little heart can't take it.
That was great.
Guaranteed top 4 spot on the line on that one. And that's the importance when you have multi-character players. Getting into that counter pick war, getting ahead of the situation is everything. Yeah. Finding that first win, getting into game 5 and playing it on your terms. Jacko, again, is such a tough matchup against Nagoriyuki. If you get caught mispositioned with blood once, the round just dissipates. There's no way to get back in.
Yeah, 100%, man. That was just... Oh man, a beautiful get to get stripes, and like so many like little things that top level players do were so exemplified in that set, right? Whether it was like the FD to avoid the 2H chip, we saw a whole lot of instant blocks. We saw the 6 to call out the switch up in the block strings on Giovanna. Like there was just so many little things that you gotta do to be successful that both players really showed out with. Beautiful stuff as Nitro moves on to the loser semis, awaiting the winner of our next match, Kshuewhatdamoo versus SQ.
Absolutely, and again, these are 2 players on the online grind here. Johnny versus Ramlethal. The expected match to come through here is we're gonna, get a little bit of button check and get ourselves all settled in. Definitely 2 characters that are masters at the mid-range here, and 2 players that are not afraid to play that mid-range game extremely aggressively.
Yeah, 100% right. Johnny versus Ramlethal, brother. It is going to be a sword duel at sunrise when we see these 2 characters face off. And yeah, definitely another one of those where I'm interested, right? I think, again, we're going to see a lot of 2S. That's just one of Johnny's potent buttons. But against these characters that have the long-range mid-normals like Ramlethal with the far S or the 5 heavy slash, any of those buttons, right? You're going to be looking at a low profile of those a little bit with the 2S. We'll see if the vault, the flip comes out, the Insenga once he gets close to try to bait something out or just to sprinkle it in block strings. But yeah, it's all about kind of trying to snipe Ramlethal and get your games going, because we know when it comes to neutral control, not many do it better than the Valentines.
Absolutely. But, I mean, if you spend a little too much time on the ground, you spend a little too much time not being the aggressor and not asking the questions, Johnny can potentially set up the cards, things like that. So a lot of the times, Johnny wants to chuck a card in this matchup, but not necessarily try to capitalize it. A lot of times, the idea of the card and the fact that it exists is good enough to make Ram switch up our playstyle just enough to where those minor deficiencies that Johnny has at mid-range versus Ram. Not to say that this character isn't.
Yeah.
This is the king and the queen of one character range coming out. But some of those deficiencies can show through in these situations. That card laying on the ground, a lot of the times can make Ram second guess.
Yes, and we always talk about it, right? The threat of an option is as potent as the option itself. So that's something we got to keep an eye on when we come into this matchup here. The card placements and how these players navigate each other. And the 2S, of course, is what we immediately start with. The wall is all going to bring him to the wall as well.
Like that little walk up afterwards too, the FD to try and buy some space. 2K, but 2D too far.
The misfire, yeah, immediately SQ. Not liking the looks of that. Doesn't want to grant Kshu that positive bonus from the wall break. Now we're trying to switch it up here. Oh, and of course the flip. We actually didn't see SQ do that at all in her opening round match in top 8.
Now, pushing out well, chucks the sword, good jump to avoid the explosion, but unfortunately there's a run back.
And now Kshu using a burst of his own right. SQ, beautiful PRC fadeaway.
Okay, Sword's finally making back here. Trying to use that J8, but Johnny seems to not have the same issue here as Leo.
Yeah, I like this idea from Kshu, right? He's actually getting underneath it, uses the BRC reaction to the YRC, and closes out the first round.
Joker's trick, and a great up forward to block the YRC as well. Extremely smart gameplay here from Kshu, but the 6K goes a bit astray, and that's going to be a big punish from SQ.
Yes, indeed, we already at the wall and gets the splat, which means the vibes are in tow. We get all that tension, all the tension in the world right now. And again, stuffing the approach of Johnny. We talk about it, that's going to be the difficult part of the matchup for him.
Situation going to get messy here too. Unfortunately, doesn't go for the dash. Instead, it's going to be the empty low. Nice block. Unfortunately, he can't block forever though.
The flex shield brought him some breathing room, but not for long. Just toe tapping with the pedicure. Finally, Kshu thought he could get out of the corner, but SQ locks him there once again. Playing Warden right now. Oh, jailbreak.
Oh my God, put the round in the bag. I'm loving this here. He's gonna get a hard knockdown too. We have a chance to secure the robbery. We've got it all in the getaway card. Just can we escape?
Oh, shoot in the J. Make a left, make a right. Oh my goodness, and again, the big counter hit, trying to bait out the burst from SQ. The disciplined timing though, lets her live for now. Oh, and Kshu completes it. One lucky night with the homies, indeed. 1-0.
I cannot believe we were able to find the low in that way. And SQ looking like she also cannot believe the situation went a bit astray, but way to stay present. Kshu, hands on the stick, still in there. You love to see someone in those moments. Oh my God, those last second interactions, too crazy from Kshu.
Legit, man. SQ here gonna try to not let it get to that point again, right? Maybe we see some more aggression if Kshu gets lower on life, rather than kind of resting on her laurels and sitting on the lead. The big 6K kicks her in the mouth though. Oh, trying to challenge.
Yeah, maybe we're thinking about the rock there, but unfortunately, the little bit of hesitation puts things a bit astray. It's gonna be a hard knockdown again.
Indeed. Now we're applying the pressure here. Kshu does jump out of that sword toss. And I love the RC right there to throw off any anti-air timing that SQ was gonna have. Oh, the wild assault as well. Just keep that pressure going. You ain't never escaping these block strings, baby. That's the round in my book.
I'll say it's looking less like a heist and more just how it works at this point here.
Right.
Kshu's looking fantastic here. Half burst for both players. SQ a touch ahead, but not gonna matter too much here with the offense. Still in Kshu's favor.
Wow, and the Nsenga even recognizing what's gonna trade after if SQ tries to take her turn.
J8 strikes again. What a dash!
Legit, Kshu. My man has the intel with that one. Shoot the J.
Say, what's my name coming through? Jay's in the chat as we come up one more time. Dashes on in. Nice block.
Oh yeah, trying to base something out perhaps. Again, SQ just getting mauled in the corner here. Overhead is there, had to spin the burst, but the routing from Kshu not gonna let that come out successfully.
The mind control from Kshu, the routing there, and the way that he jumps, it felt like a burst bait, but still somehow SQ is enticed into that moment. Back to character select for a bit of a slowdown. No chance of a character change here. SQ is one of, again, the premier Ramlethals. Just needs a bit of a slowdown.
Absolutely, absolutely. Man, Kshu, what routing in the end right there. Using that jump K, like rather than something that was gonna take off a little bit more damage, right? Just using one of the light normals to make sure he'll be able to recover in time if SQ did choose to burst that point, which she pretty much had to do or she was gonna lose the match. Very, very well done. That's exactly how you game plan around your opponent's resources in situations like that, as we see the Kshu fans in the building.
You're only minus 15. Listen, frame data is a social construct. Don't let them tell you otherwise. You're never minus.
That's
Swing.
Right. Swang. Just keep swinging.
Thank you. Thank you.
Set plus frame state of mind.
That's what I'm talking about. The crowd knows.
I'm crying. That's a Nas track? I ain't heard that one. Only heard NY state of mind. Kshu now up 2-0 on SQ, looking to close it out. That 6K has been potent as well, but this time SQ with the speedy approach from the skies, gonna stuff whatever Kshu was looking for. PRC fades back to the original side, and we are rolling.
Not looking to stop anytime soon here. SQ finally zoned out some of that momentum. Card throw does end up coming through it again. You can see SQ consciously positioning around it, but we do manage to navigate it well.
Yes, indeed. Ooh, trying to toe tap him once again. Does catch the low this time, and the dust block successful. That means Kshu gets the punish. And ooh, as immediately as she landed, head up block the overhead misfinder. That was dang dirty.
Okay, listen, we were doing a YouTube challenge there, kick buttons only on the combo. Ends up working out though on the PRC, couple 5Ps, couple 6Ps, everything working out for SQ.
Yes, indeed. Knew that she just needed a couple of lights to close it out. Kshu was also on the verge of getting burst back, so maybe taking that into account. That's why the light route was happening. Oh, yeah, that was dirty. The throw timing after the explosion like that, very little block stun. Oh, the snipe and the 2S though.
Oh, situation still working out. I like that dash. Aggressive reposition, but still okay. Kshu taking control. Oh my God, gets a little too aggressive with the inter, doesn't get there.
Well, now SQ establishing the throw. You talked about her strike throw tendencies, how strong it is. And another great block on the dust, and a 6P call out on the block string. Immediately to the close S. Johnny here has the card on the table again. The overhead is there. SQ locked out of the burst as well via the wall splat. Kshu 1 round away. What? The 6Ks, brother. He is just throwing them out there. Heavy Nsenga follow-up as well. And that, oh my, the close as he knows, bruh.
Oh no, but the guard crush after guard crush, the merchant continues to sell.
Trying to empty him away, but that Misfinder got so much range with the card still being there like that. You are not allowed to move.
Yes.
Oh, and again, low. Kshuewhatdamoo gonna be moving on with the 3-0.
The Johnny play coming out magnificently here, controlling the space, controlling the tempo, and way to bounce back after SQ, controlling round one of that third game so well. But with that, unfortunately, SQ out of the bracket now. But everybody, please give it up for SQ for a fantastic run.
Yeah, big ups to SQ, man. Always love seeing him compete. Showing out today with the Ramlethal, always repping the Chie as well.
Of course.
Yeah, always repping the Chie. One of my favorite fighting game characters of all time right there. Man, SQ, great run. Kshu has been looking deadly on the Johnny though, right? Just did a great job of really switching up his block string sequences, right? Like, love the way he would switch between, all right, we're gonna do Misfinder cancel once I get pushed out, even stealing turns with the dash forward after establishing the long range Misfinder with the card there. Like, a whole lot of things that never let SQ really get a handle on what he wanted to do offensively, and you gotta keep switching it up like that.
Absolutely. Timing is everything in matchups like that, especially at the mid-range here. But no time to look to the past. We have to live in the present. It's winners finals. UMISHO and Jack, the next two to come up here. And the players that have been able to slog their way, just barely squeaking in to this top four, Nitro and Kshu to handle it in losers. But for now, as I said, up to the top, UMISHO and Jack.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that Kshu and Nitro match, but of course, as excited as the winners finals, UMISHO and Jack. Of course, UMISHO, like we talked about, saw the Sin Kisuke come out and do major work in her opening round top 8 match. Jack looking as clean on that Happy Chaos as he ever has. But of course, UMISHO is gonna know Happy Chaos as well as anybody is going to, right? So because of that, I want to see how that intel kind of plays out here. Of course, you talk about how well Jack is. Very much an all-around type Happy Chaos, right? Doesn't really favor the zoning game, doesn't really favor the up-close game. He's extremely great at both. So I want to see what he believes to be the primary strat up against UMISHO for success.
I definitely agreed. I'm glad you pointed that out too. Obviously, someone who's been able to, you know, secure a world heavyweight title themselves with the character is a massive, massive boon to your matchup knowledge here. But Sin Kisuke, as I've always said, this is the young man, the new pro tag. Anything that can be done with a chisel can also be done with a sledgehammer, and that's this guy's motto. If he has the calories, if he has the meter, he's able to brute force any situation, and he's able to, you know, he's just a growing boy who's just trying to get the work done, and UMISHO has found an amazing home on the character, as we've said.
Yeah, absolutely. UMISHO, we just really feel like that type of character gels with her type of play style, right? The creative expression, the aggression that she exhibits as well. There's just so many different ways to kind of go about approaching your opponent with the Sin. That's why I love seeing her on this character nowadays. Just eating buffet style to get the warm up.
The ultimate button check here. Just check my RNG. How much meat are we getting today?
Shit.
Still looking strong though, and as we said, with the button check coming out of the way, it's going to be time. Winners finals, a guaranteed top 2 spot for one of these players, a step closer to booking the ticket. Oh man, another stamp in the passport would be magical for any of these players, man.
Yes, indeed, bro. For the first time, the ARC World Tour finals happening outside of America. Trying to go to Seoul, South Korea, join the only qualified player out of South Korea himself, Daru Ino. It's going to be a great one, man. Sin versus Happy Chaos, UMISHO versus Jack. 2 titans of Guilty Gear Strive clashing to find out who gets in the grands.
Oh, right away, double JK working out well. War of the 2 S's, but the J2K finds the mark. Jack, he's magic with that normal.
Yeah, always is. Again, the L-cut and the follow-up afterwards. Hoof stomp overhead is there, but immediately Jack now trying to grant that positive bonus, especially because UMISHO is out of calories now, right? This is your time to attack if you're going up against Sin the FD, pushing him out of the cross-up range of the Rolo.
The dust. Layer 1 is also layer 10. You always have to remember, Happy Chaos, he doesn't have to show you it until you prove it.
Going straight through the Ex Machina. Shout out to Cope on the 24. Oh, and the 6K just catching UMISHO. No, she was standing up, trying to backdash her, what it may have been. That low block string gonna blow her up.
Oh, okay. Ooh, what a whip punish there. Goes straight in with the push. I love it.
Yeah. 6P from Jack calling out the big driver block string. Man, and he just let the shots ring out as well. Empty the clip because we reload with the Ex Machina.
Yeah, focus still about half, but the situation's going to work out well here for Jack. Might look for the roll here. Hasn't used it very often. Why? RC to buy some space in the overhead to crush whatever we're looking for.
Yeah, the hoof stop makes it airborne, so he's able to dodge throws with that move as well, as we saw there. 6P keeping him locked down with the L cut after.
Oh no, beat driver into the follow-up. Slow and steady wins the race. Burst is blocked. Slow and steady be damned. We go off to the races.
It's indeed a super there as well. Clean hit barrel, not enough. Anybody's getting the closest. Has tried to bait out the YRC, but it didn't give it to her. Jack's now got a big opportunity. UMISHO, are you gonna have to spend resources to survive here? What in the world? The jump 2K, did it beat the L cut?
Burst came out either way though. RC's forward, stays on the same side, just delays!
The hezzy, my goodness gracious, Jack. Now it looked like that jump 2K, it like crossed UMISHO. I'm not sure if she meant to get the L cut, but it just stomped on it. That was so messed up. And then the hezzy timing, Jack, my goodness, bro.
2K2D into the slide once again. 2S finds the mark, forces the burst here. Jack, gotta stay safe here in this corner. This has been his home. And whether it's East Coast or West Coast, it's always been against the wall so far this set.
Now again, the beat driver, oh my goodness, spending all the calories here because UMISHO smelled blood in the water. Knew a strike throw was all that was necessary, especially with the RC behind it.
2K, not gonna find much. Overhead is dealt with here, but unfortunately that just adds to the next layer.
Exactly, willing to spend those calories to keep the pressure going, and Jack cannot escape.
And look at that amount of meter. Didn't even really spend much. The life total starting to dwindle, but Jack, more than capable. J2K continues to be the money. Just use that, bro.
And legitimately, bro, that is the moneymaker indeed. Dividends getting paid out every time you invest in that stock. Jack, Ex Machina for the reload, has plenty of focus as well, but UMISHO sitting on 100 tension.
Oh, the little delay was trying to bait something there. The 2S for the stop sign attempt. Trying to find a slide, maybe.
She's got full calories now as well. The burst, she's not gonna use it actually. Gonna hold this, potentially to go to the next round. Will this be enough? Not quite.
That growing boy, plenty of guts. Had to go RTL, I like this, has meter too.
Oh, clipped on the backdash. Takes him through the other side. That's plus frame. She's still got 50% tension as well. And all the calories you could ask for. The BRC overhead looks like it doesn't come out, or maybe that was just a bait attempt. Backdash clip, slowed it down. No cartwheeling away from this.
Got caught upside down. You hate to see it. 2S again, trying to stop sign, dueling with the 5K. UMISHO gets the better of it, forces the burst again from Jack.
That's huge. UMISHO just getting that burst off the table nice and early like that is big. Jack with some great defense. UMISHO trying to spin everything. The calories and the wall assault, and somehow, someway still found it. All the way long distance with the wall break. That jump 2K though. I caught the backdash that time, honestly.
Oh, trying to go for the throw. It looked like as we close the distance here. Instant air dash to try and bait something, but Jack doesn't bite. Back to the mid-screen, but still behind as we get the connection.
UMISHO showing that she's willing to spend all her resources on the aggression, but the last hit, the DP whip. Jack has a huge opportunity now.
Potential heartbreaker here. He hasn't gone to the roll a single time. I think we like to look for it here.
We're gonna see, actually keeping his distance to the wild assault. Take away any resources, somehow, someway you get back to the original side. Took away the resources, and then the Ox backing up to lock out the burst. Are you kidding me, Jack?
Jack is doing the math on the fly, and the calculations could not be more perfect. It's genuinely unbelievable, the game sense and the court vision that's displayed in situations like that. Jack taking another game here, 2 straight, and looking to try and secure this top 2. Burst early, but I've seen this movie before.
100%, man. He's able to weather those storms. The mad scientist, bro. I cannot believe the calculations he's making in this set. Right now, though, UMISHO, oh, again, right, even with the IBFDs, we got to nullify that real quick.
2K just barely gets the wall stick here. RTL, once again, like father, like son.
Oh, my. The damage chunk at the end of that one, ridiculous. The optimal route on the Ride the Lightning.
That's the one thing he learned from Soul. He's like, mine actually does damage.
Yeah, exactly. Nice again. Calling out the big drivers with 6Ps time and time again.
Oh, okay. Spot the taco. Very nice. RTL back again. All the way to the wall. Coast to coast as always.
Yeah, you already know. Always catching that flight. That time the Elcon does get underneath the 6S attempt. UMISHO finally finding a low profile.
Oh, and Burst to try and save the life here, but the legs get clipped, and the situation goes astray. UMISHO not done yet in the game on the board here.
You talked about it, right? Also, UMISHO can never count her out until she's all the way in the loser's bracket. Because, man, one of the comeback queens of Guilty Gear Strive.
I was going to say time and time again, we've seen her push to the limit and exceed her limits. At this point, UMISHO's got to be saying or something.
Yeah, legit, bro. Definitely cut from that type of cloth. Jack does bust out the CQC roll right there, and it immediately results in a burst from UMISHO.
2K2D for low gun. Very nice on the same side.
The anime, baby. Jump over, air backdash to the same side. Ex Machina to reload the bullets.
A full clip, not much focus though. Gonna have to do something here as the DP finds the mark. Techs the throw though, and counter punches from the ropes with the 5K. I love it from Jack.
Really incredible defense. That's got to be frustrating for UMISHO because she's done a lot of dash up close S, and Jack has not flinched on those. So for him to tech that throw there, it's like all of his defensive decisions are too on point. Trading the FD because she can't take chip. Tried to poke out after that, but it wasn't quick enough. The trade was all that was necessary.
Potential set point once again. IBFD to buy some room twice in a row, but finally the throw actually comes through on the base. Instant dash back, finds the mark, and the burst comes out.
Oh my, what a link right there. Jack recognizing the 2K caught the back dash, so he was able to combo to the 5K. UMISHO bursting as a result, and then just swiping the air back dash attempt with the 5P.
Of course, no bullets left in the chamber, but it's not going to matter much here. Hold them upside down, you know.
Fully loaded clip. Positive bonus as well. That means that tension is coming in hot. Oh, and again, the steady aim into the regular shot after catching UMISHO off. But we get the RC for the pop-up and the side switch. Very nice recognition and Rowdy.
100-meter for Jack as well as the deflect shield potentially. A lot of defensive juice left in the tank here. It's going to be a YRC as the choice. And makes the throw!
Yeah, the hezzy hit UMISHO with the sham god right there. Jack, he's on the verge of going to grand finals, and he's going to do it one more Ex Machina to take his spot.
Well deserved on the offense. Everything coming up his way. Beautiful sequencing from Jack at every single stage. And as we pointed out early in the tail of the tape for Jack, is that an all-arounder with a knack for defense, and it shows against the sin of the UMISHO's sin.
Yeah, man.
Offense has been coming through the high lows as well as the strike throw. UMISHO did a great job of never staying on the same tempo, but somehow Jack was able to follow.
That was like some of the sickest ruthless aggression that I've seen, and like the way Jack was able to weather it was immaculate, right? That sequence where like UMISHO spent all of her calories, and like Jack was IBFDing some of these away, so she Wild Assault responded to that. Spent the calories to slide on in with the L-cut. Like that was such a clean sequence from both sides. And yeah, the long-term game planning of Jack is just ridiculous. You talking about the court vision, that macro vision, right? Looking at the whole match, not just moment to moment, being able to steal that burst away with the Wild Assault, and then setting himself up for the throw RC into the super to lock out the burst as it was about to be built back from him taking that pixel with Wild Assault. Bruh.
Genuine perfection here, but that's what we have to pursue, and at the level of Guilty Gear that we play here, that's what it takes to make it to this spot here. As you can see, we get to my favorite part of every single bracket. It's time for the hot seat, loser semi, winner stays, and someone is gonna have an opportunity to run things through when it comes to this momentum. Nitro and Kshu to come up. UMISHO waiting in the losers, and Jack sitting, casting a shadow from grand finals as he always does. The momentum is ridiculous from this guy, and we'll see if anybody is going to be able to keep up, and these are going to be our first two to see if they've got what it takes.
Yeah, now I just picture like a Happy Chaos silhouette descending upon us, right? That boy is definitely waiting in grands, but these two, very much looking forward to our loser semis match, right? Nitro and Kshu have been showing out today, and they've been two of my favorite players to watch. Nitro and Hotashi had one of my favorite sets I've seen all Combo Breaker 2025. And then Kshu on the other end showed a convincing victory over SQ, right? So he's riding a whole lot of momentum off of a 3-0 with Johnny, and we know Johnny gets the snowball, and it's a good luck chuck. So I want to see if Nitro can do anything with this, right? What character is he going to bring to the table this time? Is it going to be Giovanna? Is it going to be the Leo White thing? Or will we see the Jacko, which closed out the setup against Hotashi?
A lot to unpack for sure. I'm thinking it might be the Leo White thing here. I know that the Giovanna is definitely something he's played into this before, but a lot of the times, especially with the flash kick here, with Kshu's style and how aggressive he's been and how much he's leaned into those situations, maybe, but no, we're going to go with the doggo.
Yeah, I honestly thought he was going to give Leo Whitefang a chance, but I can definitely see the Giovanna as well, right? It's definitely another character that we've seen him play this matchup in, so excited to see exactly why he wants to go with this. If it's a kind of this mid-range duel, this kind of micro dash, this 2D as well, I think that's a potent button up against a lot of the Johnny buttons from mid-range, whether it be the far S or the 5H, 6H, whatever it may be. Of course, you got to worry about the 2S from Johnny as well, but I think that's what we're going to see a lot of when it comes to these two, the 2D versus the 2S battle in the neutral. And then whoever wins that, of course, I mean, they just off to the races after that.
Things are going to go quick for sure. Fist bump comes through, eagle flies. Once again, it's time. Loser semifinals, winner stays, and it's time to get the snowball rolling. Top 4 already secured, but once you've made it to this spot, you're too hungry. This is not enough. We need a victory.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. Oh, immediately checked, and you see the aggression from Nitro. Trying to escape, you trying to get to that sweet spot range of Johnny, not gonna let it happen. The raw misfighter actually trips him up, and that's what we saw Nitro get exposed by, right? He kept trying to walk back up against against Hotashi quite a bit, and he got clipped by Beyblades, he got clipped by 2S's, so he's gotta be careful staying at that range.
Oh, counter hit finds the mark this time here. Burst is forced. Goes for the jump over. And okay, nice tech. Nitro, teching and initiating throws in this game without meter is a big risk here. And unfortunately, even with the good defense afterwards, the Joker's trick still finds the mark. And unfortunately, Nitro's life bar is continuing to get punished.
Yes, again, this time, Kshu finding the misfighter open up, comboing into the super. Plus frames here, you're not escaping easily again. Then the plus frames from the guard break. YRC granting some reprieve.
Slight delay, slap on through. Opportunity is taken away. 2K finds the mark to stop the momentum. First round, Kshu.
Great job from Kshu, playing very disciplined in that instance, not letting Nitro. Oh, the instant block. That's how you have to actually punish the Insenga strings. Very well done from Nitro.
Tatsu ends the turn, but Nitro says, listen, as we said, plus frame state of mind coming through once again. It doesn't matter if the turn is over, I'm taking it back.
Yes, indeed. Nitro knows of the social construct that is minus frames, and he will not be deterred by it. Wild Assault, yes, he's picking it up. Couple of jabs. Should be able to make that outright dash. No, indeed, catches it. I thought he'd be able to block in time, but not the choice.
Now with the PRC on deck, the situation was about to get deadly once again. Still working out, but the whip punish from Kshu and the Wild Assault to actually get the punish. Beautiful sequence is going to result in a third of life for Nitro and a guess here on defense.
Oh, what again? Wild Assault this time with the routing. Let's see the breakdance fighting in tow here. Nitro going to spin the meter, but Kshu sit on a full tension bar right now.
Love the 5S. Things slow down.
Ooh, close S. Just called them out with it right there. Kshu, not scared. Maybe trying to call out that hesitation that Nitro's been doing to people. But again, the dash caught. Oh, and burst baited. Nitro falls in the first round, but takes the first game for himself.
Listen, you can't throw burst anymore, but that's about as good as it gets. Give me your soul, and Hotashi loves it.
Hotashi, bro. I did not know.
He's such a goof.
He's like this in his mind.
JP's working out beautifully here. It's going to break the wall. And once again, I've seen this movie before. The positive bonus stop signs the dash, but the 2K finds the mark.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trying to PRC the vault this time to make something happen. But you see Nitro already sticking out the 5P to prevent that. Staying active with the wall.
Damn.
Nice. Calling out the block string right. Knew Nitro would commit to that. Found the gap and made sure he shot the J.
Oh no, in the sequence, I was gonna say absolutely gets blown up here. Reversal timing to get into the stance, but 100 meter on the side of Nitro. Jesus.
Oh my goodness, again the two-step. Trying to riz up the Johnny. Oh, from long distance with a dash and momentum normals. Catches him, just not blocking low on the ground right there. It was an awkward timing when he landed. The Kshu just kind of caught off guard.
It's all right though, sequence begins again. Maximum damage on the starter here. Look at the life bar dwindle. No meter even required. It's gonna build us up to the 50, the positive bonus, and Nitro already punching for the ropes.
Legit, bro, back against the wall here, cornered up, essentially. Oh, nice, the IBFD, but he wasn't ready to take his turn immediately after that. That's what we talked about. You can't just FD or IBFD. You have to know when it's going to work, and you have to take your turn immediately. That moment of hesitation results in a perfect for Kshu.
It's around the piece. We'll get a bit scary. Cloak slash anti-air, very nice. Forces the burst.
Oh my goodness, both players dashing in, dashing out, trying to bait a response out of the opponent. Kshu, what a time to pick his spot to escape the wall, to start keeping the pressure up. Oh, and a misfinder, overhead is there. And so much of that guard bar was already cranked that we have an immaculate reward when it comes to damage.
6P. So listen, I'm bringing fist to the knife fight. I like this.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that actually connected the descending jump K off the BRC. Nitro now on a pixel. Oh my goodness, trying to walk up. Catch him flinching, nobody though wiggling out. 2K challenge is there for a tied upset.
Didn't want to deal with the doggy arrow, the plus frames that follow. No reason to have to handle that.
Yeah. Great job just calling it out before we got to that point.
Game of peace coming the way though. Stance on stance, working out well. Like that backdash from Nitro though. Tries to win the turn back, but that's going to be the wild assault into the classic Guilty Gear combo. As many JPs as I can get.
Yes, indeed, and with the wall splat, you're granted the positive bonus into the stage transition. But Nitro now, he's the one that's turned up the aggression here after the stage change. Oh, beautiful recognition on the whip kick to get the dash and throw afterwards. Catches Nitro trying to grab that time as well. The weird floating jump actually does manage to be the anti-air attempt. RC's everywhere.
And all the meter off the table, the smoke settles, and Nitro is able to get the burst out of Kshu, dashes up and beats him to the punch with the 2P, but Kshu back in control now.
Indeed, here you gotta deal with all this. You gotta hold these cards, fam, but woo. Nitro finds a way to escape again. Both players scrapping, scrambling. He actually got a full combo off that. You're kidding me. Kshu capitalizes big.
The roundup, resources a bit low for both. Does have a wild assault here is Nitro. Finds the low and should be able to get the side swap, but no, instead just maintains the pressure. Beautiful.
We on card setup again, and yeah, Nitro's forced to respect it at this point. Kshu has been too clean. Oh, and again, what recognition that the dash forward 5K would whiff. Oh, my PRC reaction, but gets counter hit, trying to take his turn a little bit too early. Both of these players are so locked in, though. The reactions have been extremely impressive.
Tough situation coming up. A must win here for Nitro as we find the throw. Not enough to kill. Has the meter though to get aggressive with the poke out.
Oh my goodness, put him on a pixel, and yes, the dash up flip kick. That's how you get the job done when you only need a pixel to go.
Oh no.
And Kshu, he didn't want to see what that damage was gonna look like. Burst out early. Now Nitro's in the corner holding on to his own burst. Wall splat immediately locks him out, which grants the positive bonus to Kshu.
Sliced it up. Everything going his way. 6K just as God intended, but we have to spend the burst.
Indeed, and Nitro, he hesitated just a little second right there to make sure Kshu got pushed to the corner with that burst. Great, again, no autopilots, no panicking when it comes to any decision made at a Nitro side.
Kshu with a massive resource advantage though. Positive bonus is just barely evening that up now. Life total starting to dwindle. That actually might be enough. Game 3 going to Kshu, and now Nitro has a tall hill to climb. 2 in a row is a tall ask versus anyone in this top 8. But with the momentum Kshu is putting up, oh no, we're going back to characters like for a slowdown, and I agree.
Yeah, indeed, that closest, man. And it's just such a potent tool in Johnny's arsenal, and now Nitro is going with the character we speculated he would start with, the Leo White Fang, and as you mentioned, since it's 2-1, he is locked into this decision. He's got to go 2 straight with the second king.
You've worked hard, you've done well. You fought honorably to make this top 4 when top 4 is not good enough. Only a trophy will sate the hunger here. And with Nitro finding throws like that, you can tell he's still hungry.
An immediate FD from Kshu, right? Pushing him back outside the back turn block screens and 6P'ing afterwards. Super good stuff. Nitro has bursted out considering how much momentum Kshu's got.
Love that BRC back into the 5P, but the DP answers everything.
Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness, and then just linking to the 6K.
Jesus, the back turn, the overhead, the super, everything coming up the way. Nitro, man. He's nice for it.
He is, bruh. He is having pretty much 3 characters now at tournament viability level is super impressive.
Chunk of life, though. Positive bonus, racking up, still has the burst in the pocket, 50 meter to be able to play defensively if we so choose.
Oh, trying to catch him flinching, but Nitro, we've seen the disciplined style. PRC, what foresight from Kshu right there. Put the vault up in RC so early, knowing Nitro would have the flash kick response ready.
And slices up the Jays one more time. Kshu, a must-win round here. You do not want to see this game 5, and DP, Nitro not dead yet.
BRC, the instant block on the other side right there, but still locked down, having to take this back turn stuff. And that's why Kshu waking up with the super, had it on the right side. The J is good, and Kshu 1 round away.
Nitro, your tournament life on the line. Oh my God, and what a start. The Wild Assault confirm has been beautiful from Kshu again and again. A drop combo, but it doesn't matter here with the pressure reset.
Oh my, the back dash, he is dancing on him right now. The 6K even dodging the instant air dash, but Nitro bringing out a Wild Assault of his own.
6K ends up being a massive misposition and now having to deal with the pressure here. PRC for the slowdown, doesn't take too much damage, but the headbanger finds the head and run.
100%, brother. Oh, just outside the range, but again, Kshu tried to take that opportunity to dash in close. Nitro stuffed it. 100 tension and burst available for Kshu. He's trying, but he can't find the proper burst point. Nitro ties up the set on the Leo.
I like that too, jack it off, settling in. He says, listen, I'm gonna get comfortable. I'm not leaving this stage. It's winner stays and it's gonna be me.
That's facts, bro. Let him know. Last game right here. Oh, the instant block, but still just Wild Assault to keep the plus frames.
Damn, that
shield on a misfinder. Oh, and again, the instant blocks on the Asenga. Nitro knows you are not going to get these block strings out for free on me. That's how you got to punish it.
Got the throw, finds the overhead meter, massively in his favor. Nitro taking the kill, setting himself up, 1 round away.
And hey, Nitro NY, that's Nitro Hell's Kitchen right now. Get this man an apron.
Uh-oh. Takes the space back, too far for the guard crush, not gonna matter too much here. Both of them a little bit of hesitation, but Kshu, the first one to swing.
Again, oh, back dashing the Wild Assault. Immaculate timing from Kshu. What a way to bring yourself back into this match.
No fear, guard crush, who?
Oh.
Nitro continuing to take the damage here. Has the meter, finds the overhead. Still not enough to kill, but a situation now for Kshu. A guest for game, a guest for your life, a guest for Combo Record 2025.
You got all the resources available. That's why Nitro, he's playing it slow, right? Wants to bait his resources out. Gets a big back throw here. Doesn't even go with the OTG. Waits on the burst. He knew he had to do it. Nitro brings it back once again with the Leo White Fang.
Presence of mind to bait things out in the moment, finds the overhead, finds the one sequence to take it away, and is able to go immediately into that top 3, so a podium spot guaranteed. But that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and I love that Nitro, after the throw, he didn't go for an OTG, right? Because if you go for an OTG, that actually opens you up to getting bursted successfully. So he just waited. He knew the OTG wasn't enough damage to kill. He's like, I got my next gambit, which can be overhead if it hits. I can protect myself from the burst. Again, the long-term thinking of all of these players, you can see why they're in the top 8. It's for a damn good reason.
Absolutely, and that locks us into our top 3 guaranteed. Jack, still hanging out in grand finals winners side. On the losers, it's going to be UMISHO and Nitro here, so it's going to be Sin Kisuke versus something from the armada of characters that Nitro has continued to show. Only time will tell, and I'm extremely excited to get to see what he ends up choosing from the menagerie that he's been able to collect.
Yeah, 100%, man. UMISHO, Nitro, that's going to be our losers finals. Man, whew, the electricity is palpable, baby. We're going to take a quick break here at Combo Breaker. We're going to be back to conclude this tournament, crown a champion, crown a qualifier to Seoul, South Korea. This is the Guilty Gear Strive Top 8, and we have arrived, baby, at the very end. Losers finals and grand finals is all we got to go. Combo Breaker, how you liking this Guilty Gear? You already know, baby, they here for it. We're gonna have top 8s all throughout the day, getting it started by crowning another participant, going to Seoul, South Korea for the ARC World Tour Finals. And to conclude this is where we begin. Losers Finals, UMISHO versus NitroNY. Proxy, talk to me.
Oh, dude, these two are about to be absolutely ridiculous here with Jack, as you said, casting a shadow across the bracket. The Sin Kisuke coming up. Again, as we've said, a character that fits like a glove. UMISHO's playstyle absolutely is perfect for what we're seeing here. On the other side, Nitro, again, a little unsure of the character selection, but it looks like it is going to be the Leo White Fang. But with that said, an unbelievable amount of matchup experience across the board here for UMISHO in this one.
Yeah.
At least with other characters. I'm not sure how practice is going to be with the Sin, but from what I've seen in the other matchups, I'm expecting brilliance.
Yeah, absolutely, you're right. UMISHO, Razzo gone back and forth in this game, in tournament and outside of tournament for a very long time, literally since the launch of the game, right? So there's a very few people more well-versed up against Leo than UMISHO, but we do have that extra wrinkle, right? Where most of the time when we saw that matchup for years and years, it was UMISHO on the Happy Chaos. So now we get the little extra layer added of it being a Sin Kisuke going up against the Leo White Fang of Nitro, who I feel like does have a very unique brand of Leo. He's got a very slow, steadily paced Leo White Fang, not really looking to get all out aggressive as a lot of the players on this character do. So this is going to be a great one. Losers finals again. Let's see who goes up against Jack. Let's get it cracking. Oh, no.
That had to be an execution error, but that's okay. Unfortunately, had to spin the burst, but still not too bad.
Oh, my.
No meter, no nothing?
Dash up dust. Yeah, I wonder if Nitro's just having some little flubs here early on. We saw the full screen flash kick, then we see like the dash up dust. Probably was supposed to be a throw, and he just didn't get the direction.
Right now, though, not a lot of life to play with here. Catch the backdash, actually. I like that little slight delay in the offense there. But Nitro not looking to turn the slightest. Meter just going to be built up now, and it's going to get the hard knockdown if he so chooses. Instead, he's going to keep the corner, and RTL comes.
Shield, yeah, I was going to say the shield's there. That's why UMISHO had to RC out of it, knew that would counter to the super. Oh, Nitro taking those minus frames, getting the dash throw off. Nitro's got 100% tension. The DP's let rip. Nothing to follow. Got the tension and the instant block and the punish on the backdash. UMISHO, wow.
Way ahead on that one there. Burst almost back for both players now in a 2K just to check the dash start. Nitro, as we said, has known when to push the pedals to the metal, but this time, unfortunately, gasses it a little early, loses it on the turn.
Ooh, and the hoof stomp right there. Kind of just from a range, maybe trying to catch Nitro doing a dash up 2K, something like that. But again, oh my goodness, one hit into the super. Counter hit confirm all day, every day.
And of course, we're able to get the block there. UMISHO safe and simple, and is able to take that game one already, ramping up some of this momentum.
Yeah, getting the throw punish as well to make sure Nitro's locked out of any burst attempt following the failed DP. And all these players not letting anything slip through the cracks ever.
Okay, throw into the back turn, very nice. You can't backdash like that though, because UMISHO is scouting it and is able to go with the long normals, but the DP whiffs.
Yeah, Nitro ended up just taking the throw. A little surprised by that, but nonetheless. Ride the lightning all the way to the other side and just making sure to get the wall break. Trying to stomp it out. You see with the dash and micro block, it resulted in an instant block. Excuse me, micro dash, I should say.
Love that though. He's able to get the double jump S, working out well, goes to the back turn, sets up the pillar, is gonna go into the mix up here with 50 meter instead of trying to go for the hard knockdown.
Yeah, he just waited for it and actually does get the whip punish on UMISHO. Getting a little frisky with those 2Ks.
Yeah, life deficit was a touch too much, even though UMISHO had 100 meter. No reason to waste your burst in a moment like that. Don't be a hero. Got him. Maybe do. Nice beak driver, gets the burst out of him too.
Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness, the equal sign, the jump H. Every time, bro. That's all I can think about.
I'll never see anything else.
The trip from UMISHO. Once again, we already know the Ride the Lightning is going to result in a wall break every single time. Flash kick baited out. Charge does punish. You're going to remember this day. UMISHO launching him to the ground, spiking him to the ground, I should say. On the other side, we do get the BRC to throw up the anti-air timing. UMISHO willing to spin the burst here. Little surprised by that, honestly. Baits out the flash kick successfully, though, and forces another round.
PRC nothing is genius in a moment like that, especially when Nitro. When things are a little too up-tempo, Nitro is pretty good about tempering when the DPs come out. So PRC nothing opens up the option to still be able to get a button later, as well as baiting the DP at the same time.
Yeah, Nitro, we've seen, right, he's kind of scouted a lot with these delayed flash kicks. It's literally looking to call out people's button timings. So that was a great scout from UMISHO to stuff that.
Oh, might be though. Geez, super comes through.
Ouch! The back turn, bro. The back turn combos be tap dancing you. DP with the Oki follow-up, spinning the calories to do so. Spin all the calories, and Nitro with the tech throw afterwards as well. UMISHO still has a water shot available too if he wants to use it. There it is. Now the guard bar is getting cranked, but the Nitro does catch the backdash with the 5K though after the RC and closes it out.
Once again, sees the backdash, catches her in the cartwheel. Very smart positioning as well as good reaction time in the moment. Also, to know which button to be able to press to be able to reach in a moment like that too. Every single box is checked for Nitro as he checks off game 2. Looking good here though. Heavy fireball for the meaty. Backdashes to get away. The timing wasn't quite there, but it's a 5K and a dash. A turnstile attempt. His answer with a flash kick.
Yes, indeed. Oh, that poking back, finding the gap. UMISHO, look at the way she converts every single hit an opportunity into a wall break. That's why we talked about why she's so potent on this Sin. Again, trying to get him to flinch here. The 2K was there to stop the turn take. And now UMISHO again punishing just outright.
Oh, all that bar and nowhere to spend it. Unfortunately, window shopping with a pocket full of cash. You hate to see it.
Oh no, get rich or you just die trying.
That's fireball, cute idea there. Still good though. I like the little attempt in the low. Good defense. Unfortunately, Beat Driver does find the mark.
Oh, finally picks the right time to get the flash kick out. That's what we talked about, but no Berserker slashes for free. We talked about how experienced UMISHO is up against Leo. That move is going to get shut down more often than not. Even deflect, shutting that one away. Backdash into the Beat Driver. My goodness, UMISHO cooking right now.
Everything coming up their way. Didn't quite have the 50-meter here, but still the situation is looking dire. Nitro, 50-meter, has the burst. Opportunities could arise, but unfortunately with a whiff punish like that, I don't know if you're going to get a chance.
Yeah, just waiting out the guard point, knowing that Nitro would try to get the follow-up attack out. Even baiting out a YRC right there. Instant block there. Immediate RC to keep the pressure going.
Empty low situation we could deal with though. 2K, 2D, Beat Driver uses the calories. Not enough for the drop kick, finds the mark.
Oh my goodness, and then again, baits out the DP with the backdash. Nitro's gonna be able to get the kill with the super follow-up. Oh man, it is neck and neck here between these two. Still tied up in game 3, and we got a round 3 now.
Oh, finds the legs, very nice. Slides on in with the Sun Dipper twice in a row though. Unfortunately, this one goes a bit astray as we sneak for the overhead.
Indeed, man, instant blocks coming out from both sides here. Making sure they earn these block strings.
That's so scary.
That is, oh, another instant block on that. That's why Nitro, we saw the backdash that would have thwarted the throw attempt.
Just like you talked about, using FD, creating the space, and no hesitation when you know it's going to be there. That's a situation that UMISHO has clearly seen before.
Yeah, UMISHO is so good at that, honestly. Using the FD, immediately taking your turn, knowing when the opponent's strings are going to win. And again, it goes back to the experience up against Leo as well. Trying for the burst safe route. Nitro, such discipline to wait till she was committed. Backdashing the wild assault, but the 2K interrupted the 2D attempt. Are you kidding me?
YRC, not enough. DP goes astray. The 6B attempt was whiffed, but UMISHO still manages to get a game 3 going her way, and now a big choice to make for Nitro. A thought here.
Oh, and he is locking it in. Yes, indeed, the Leo. When we've seen how well versed UMISHO is, this is extreme confidence, but that is one of the hallmarks of Nitro's play, right? Nothing is a hesitation, nothing is second guessed. He is just all about the confidence.
Guard point stance worked out well. We are IBing everything. Jesus.
Yeah. Pretty much forcing Nitro to go into these wild assaults as well, because it's going to get throw punched if he cuts the string short after these IBs. Oh, and again, stuffing the approach. Nitro, I think he's going to hold on to this burst for the next round. Most definitely will. As UMISHO puts herself on set point here in Losers Finals.
Opportunities continue to arise here. Can Nitro fly his way to be able to get there for them? Beat driver into the follow-up. Pressure continues here in the corner. All the calories basically spent here. Just a bit left over, but even with the deficit, the DP is blocked!
And we saw UMISHO, she's had the charge. Death punches on deck. Nitro going to choose to spin the burst. Knows he can't sacrifice that life for much longer. And again here. Oh. Trying to catch Nitro flinching, and instead she's conditioned him enough to sit there and block. Combo follow-up is going to put him on life support. Nitro, bruh. How much pulse you got left, brother?
Questions to be answered here. Goes for the guard point, tries to sneak in the low. Situation getting messy for UMISHO. A trade comes through.
Indeed, and UMISHO gets to the micro dash 2K 2D once again to close out Losers Finals. Incredible run from NitroNY. He's going to be taking home a nice fat chunk of points in hopes to qualify into Seoul, South Korea for the Arc World Tour Finals. But UMISHO still alive and has earned her revenge match up against Jack.
Absolutely, and having the platinum point system be the way that it is, having a third place potentially be one of your top 2 placements, that is a great way to get yourself settled in nice and early into the season here. But as you can see, a path of bodies leading us to the top, and at the top, it's Jack and UMISHO, 2 sets potentially to be able to set us through to see who is going to become the champion, and once again, who is going to be able to participate in the Arc World Tour Finals.
Indeed, man, it all comes down to this, right? Paragon's Jack coming through, trying to put on for the squad, going up against UMISHO, who did lose to Jack in that winners finals, as you can see. So now we're gonna find out. I'm assuming UMISHO is gonna stick with the sin, right? That's all we've seen from her this tournament. Even despite taking the L against Jack in winners finals, it's gonna be all about those adjustments on a player-to-player basis rather than anything else at this point.
Yeah, it's a character that you definitely don't need secondaries here for both of these players.
Yeah.
Playing from the top end, I'm very excited to see how the matchup goes. As we've said, Jack has continued to be dominant online, has proven himself offline, but hasn't quite been able to get the finish he is looking for. This is a player who, when you see brackets and you see Jack out at third, you're like, oh my God, Jack is playing bad this week.
Yeah, right, that third place finish is bad.
That's the vibe for how good this guy is, but hasn't quite been able to close it here, but hasn't had that many opportunities offline. This could be a major moment and a major stamp in the beginning of a blossoming career of a fighting game monster in Jack.
100% right. You need that big W to kind of break through that glass ceiling, that plateau that is kind of just stop the Jack from reaching new heights. We've seen him take so many online tournaments, offline tournaments. He's had great performances, but that first place, we know he's more than capable of achieving that. And today he might be able to get that, and then who knows where he goes from here, right? That's a huge confidence booster. That's gonna put him on a new level of fighting game player. So that's the opportunity he has here. While standing in his way is someone in UMISHO who has taken offline tournament after offline tournament, used to this environment, right? All right, the Eagle is trying to find the battlefield. It is grand finals time. UMISHO versus Jack. Combo breaker, let me hear some noise. That's what the hell I'm talking about, baby. Chicago never lets me down. Let's get this grand finals popping.
Right away, you can see the jump spot come through. Defense already showing up heavy for UMISHO here. And as we said, gotta remember, UMISHO from the losers needs 2 sets. Do we have the gas mileage to be able to complete that many games here against the Happy Chaos of Jack? Jack is an extra frustrating player to play against, again, as a defensive juggernaut.
As you can see right there, right? Already showing up the blocks into the throw punish. But now UMISHO gonna fire back quickly with the Ride the Lightning from wall to wall. You already know how it go. Got him in the corner as well. Close sets was enough to catch him off guard there, but not for long.
Close flash. 1 bullet left in the chamber here. Finally takes that final shot. Now, no bullets left. It's a green light here for UMISHO. Get aggressive. Even after this wall break here, you've got to stay on Jack.
Exactly, Ryan. A little low on resources, but that's why she put that out. Jack maneuvering around it, couldn't quite find the whip punch, even with the delay. The hoof stomp counter hit coming through big for UMISHO.
It's round 1, bro. I'm exhausted.
Exactly, right? The tank, the stamina, honestly, the mental endurance from both of these players is extremely impressive.
Already
staying here, yeah, calling the action is exhausting, let alone playing, my goodness.
Like the slowdown, though. Keeping it so steady. What an instant air dash there. The reposition is beautiful as we try to fight it out. The sword normals with the 2S.
Oh, the IBFD as well from the big driver. Again, what that does is force UMISHO to spend more resources to get close, whether it be the calories or the wild assault.
Oh, low to the follow-up. Not much else, no calories to spread, but the J2K, we're going to be talking about that normal a lot this set.
That J2K, man, is plagued everybody in this top 8 so far. All these FDs to try to weather the storm here. Oh, and again, whip punishing Jack with a backdash and then immediately advancing forward to get in a prime position to let the Ex Machina ring out.
Oh, UMISHO big guess coming up. Doesn't quite have the meter here, but Jack gets aggressive. And of course, as you said, the anime classic.
Anime classic, baby. That is literally what I call the anime mix-up since I started playing anime games.
Listen, bro, it works in Guilty. The pick and roll is not going away in basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
The instant air dash back is not going away in Guilty Gear Strive.
100%, man. It's one of those, brother. Forever made good and wow, rolled through the L cut. Are you serious?
Oh, catches the legs as well. I like that close slash into the dash cancel. Damage adding up. RTL to shatter the glass.
We're trying to get UMISHO to hold this L, or excuse me, Jack to hold this L right now. And again, the close S catches Jack wiggling on wake up. Oh my God, the jump 2K instantly after making her block one jab. We already going back to the other side. I like this part of the stage better.
So trying to see all the landscapes here as we have plenty of meter to fight out. 2D into the YRC, trying to get aggressive here, and the overhead is dealt with.
Oh, caught him reaching. Jack immediately recovered. Made sure he had the insurance policy, the RC, but it will be shown staying smothering style.
Oh my God, still alive. There's no way. There's no health there.
There isn't, and now she's cursed double on assault into the dust to force the situation. Couldn't get the kill, and UMISHO scrambles the victory. Taking the first match.
He ran out of focus. The bar turns red at the last second. The gun goes away. He pushes S, pulls the trigger. There's no bullets up in the chamber. You hate to see it. A very, extremely rare mismanagement of resources from Jack.
I was going to say, probably the first time we've seen all top 8 where he didn't have the resources that he planned on having.
2S reaching for the toes. I like that, trying to untie his shoes.
Yes, indeed. Give me that. Let me have that. Oh, and again, meeting him in the middle. UMISHO getting clipped on that one. Jack has done such a good job at kind of getting these micro dash 2Ks on. Both of these players have, honestly. That's why you see the neutral play from so far away.
Oh, trying to shimmy something. UMISHO chills. Overhead. Very nice. All the chill is out the window now as we get aggressive. Into the corner. What's the mix?
Yeah, that's huge. You know, having that hook stop and that was from UMISHO. Yeah, shows the frustration on that one. Definitely, I think, was trying to stay out of throw range and still got thrown anyway.
My God, dude, that super is brutal.
Yeah, every single time, man. The resources just reloaded, locked in, and UMISHO gonna hold this burst for the next round. As yeah, man, that routing from Jack, I don't think your burst was gonna get off successfully anyway.
Yeah, just hold on to that one, no chance. Tries to go for the sucker punch there. I like that backdash to avoid the crosshair. Timing is good, but the punish is better.
Not letting the L-Kun get off for free, actually punching it before the hitbox can come out. And now Jack putting his apron on, chefing up a Michelin star meal.
Oh no, full resources once again. Meter to play with though. UMISHO, how do we spend it? It's the DP!
Yes indeed, no fear shown. Called out Jack's 2S attempt on the meaty. Guard break into the throw, you already know. Oh yes, into the super after the eat, yeah boy.
Oh no, Jack. No way you can spend the resources there. Just dash up with the close slash there. I like that from UMISHO. Just close it out, safe and simple.
Yeah, honestly, the dash up close S's have been paying dividends. Jack, I'm not sure if he's like trying to wake up with a jump or whatever he's doing, but he has gotten clipped by a couple of times.
Oh, mismanagement of the focus though, but luckily, even without the gunshots in mind, Happy Chaos has the normal to be able to swing.
Exactly, that's why UMISHO didn't just get reckless with their approach, right? The 2S, the 6S, very potent buttons on the side. Of course, the dash up 2K as well. Now we got the corner. DP, let it rip. Finds the counter hit as well.
Knew the burst was coming, so didn't stress too hard about getting an optimal damage punish. I like that. One bullet left in the chamber. Focus looking a little low. UMISHO still has blood in the water. Tries to get aggressive, but Jack with a great jump back normal.
Yes, indeed. Now the FD trying to push her away. Jack forcing the issue, though. You see, yeah, taking into account the FD blocks as well. PRC, as soon as he sees Jack run out, and well done again, stomping with the 2K on jump.
Genius routing on the block string as well, going into the Wild Assault to guarantee one more bullet. Needed that to be able to steal a turn at some point. It wasn't going to be able to close out on one interaction if you don't have something in the chamber.
Yeah, great stuff from Jack again. Really does a great job, and that's one of the things that Wild Assault has allowed Heavy Chaos to do, right? You sacrifice one resource to guarantee another, which has been a big thing, and the way you kind of balance that seesaw act has been a huge part of Strive in general for every character since Wild Assault has been introduced. Now we're going to get into this one. Jack up 2-1. They're falling on the first game. Oh boy.
Opportunity to be able to do something great here. A reset would be massive. A lot on the line, a lot on the table here. Both players, though, you can tell they're feeling the pressure, but they're not letting it get to them here. Jack, cool, calm, and collected, finds the overhead, breaks the wall. Not that much damage, but still, the resources is what matters.
Excuse me, one up, my bad. Oh, and the insta-bug on the bullet. Actually, I don't think was good for UMISHO, right? Kind of dropped right into the breadbasket of Heavy Chaos. He needs to do whatever he wanted from there.
Oh, IBFD saves a lot of headache there after the consumption of the calories.
Yeah, Jack's been so consistent with that as well. And look, again, weathering the storm, forcing UMISHO out while she has no resources available. Then you can see now she just hesitates. Can't really have a flow that she wants.
No, definitely agreed. With the dash in there, plenty of meter to be able to spend here. Might look for the DP soon as Jack, you can see he's thinking about it as well, but J2K finds the mark again and again, hit after hit. Listen, I'll just rap on the same beat, it doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah, bro, keep it going. I got 400 bars for you. Oh, the hook stop from long distance again. That's been one of the ways that UMISHO has looked to low crush some of these 2Ks or low buttons, the 2S as well from Heavy Chaos. Finds it once again.
Ooh, I love that! As you said, the close slash has been the defining factor for UMISHO, and RTL comes through once again.
I love the fact that she did 2K first, right, to keep Jack on the ground, which made the jump happen at a later instance, which meant it was close enough for the close S to thwart. That was really, really good sequencing again. Burst it out. Oh, but tried the low poke. Jack just finds the open up from the sky. You already know that the shots ring out, brother. Major look.
Oh, full burst, 50 meter on the other side. UMISHO, a decision to make here. It's going to be YRC. Love that steal the turn back. 2S finds counter, forces the burst in response.
And the L-cut actually managed to get past any of the steady aim that Jack was looking to set up. Throw as well, continuing to snowball here. This has been such an intense set from both sides. Will it be enough? It is the dust. Make sure UMISHO now is the one that goes up 2-1.
The reset is looming. And again, another one of those opportunities here for Jack to prove his mettle. We've seen him time and time again be so close to the finish line, but not quite be able to cross it. Facing off against, again, as you said, one of the players who has been the best at closing out. And now with that focus re-up, Jack at least sitting on a lead here in the start of game 4.
And unfortunately for him, he's already spit his burst now as UMISHO found the hit. And again, the low crush with the hoof stump against the 2S, I believe. Been a potent strat.
Stop on the toe.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be, oh, it should have been death. But instead, UMISHO lets him live for one more combo. And that's going to be enough there. UMISHO now on reset point here in Grand Finals.
I cannot let this go to a reset here. UMISHO builds the X. Listen, Jack has that second life bar, but it's not something you want to have to expend if you don't have to here. 2S continuing to try and fish, but unfortunately not going to work out as Jack finds a touch.
And UMISHO should let a smirk rock as soon as that jump 2K came through. We know how potent of an option that is.
Okay. Very nice. I like the reload here. Not quite to the corner, I don't believe. Oh no, stops the shatter.
I was with you. Right, he's gonna get the positive bonus, and UMISHO not afraid to let the ride the lightning ring out. Get to the other side we go.
50 meter already built up. Finds the 2K, forces the burst. UMISHO, this is your moment. The reset is right upon us here.
Oh my God, point blank. Ran out of the focus though, he was holding it too long.
I can't believe how long we just sat there. Gets the J2K! Finally finds the money once again. Takes the shot. Burst comes through. UMISHO's gonna fight for it.
Yeah, UMISHO wants this one. She has a heart to sacrifice, but she's not looking to let that go. She's got it. UMISHO completes the reset. Now it's all knotted up here in Grand Final. She's gotten her revenge against Jack. Who will prove superior? Who will qualify to Seoul, South Korea?
Back to character select for a momentary hesitation here. Just think things through. A lot of things that could potentially come out. Honestly and truly, it doesn't feel like Jack is doing anything on a grand scale macro level that is super, super bad. It's just like a lot of these micro interactions are just going UMISHO's way. She has the right read in so many spots. Her timing on when the reversals are coming out is just perfection. Everything about what UMISHO is bringing to the table is absolutely what it takes to become a champion right now.
Yes, indeed. And we already got the burst out. Get off me. The hoof stop. That's another thing that's really been paying dividends for UMISHO. It's been acting as a low crush most of the time, but you can see even sneak in just on the overhead block, more close S pressure, really opting to just keep the attacks up rather than try to establish too much throw. This has really been paying well for UMISHO.
Well, the dash up there, finally going to the roll here, a little more aggressive on the mix-up game. I like that. J2K finally blocked, but the follow-up, it's too good.
Indeed, bro, and it gets one more bullet for the wall splat, well calculated from Jack. Getting the concentration in as well before the Ex Machina, so our resources are looking good on every side, but wow! Straight up calling out the IAD with the close S again.
50% life. Jack has the positive bonus of their own, but the resources building up now for UMISHO. YRC is bursted for momentum, okay.
Again, the aggression, we saw that in the last round as well, right? Even with the heart to sacrifice, UMISHO is smelling blood in the water, and she is attacking.
It's exactly as you said, too. That was a very similar sequence. Whiffs the 2K, goes to the close slash. It's just like you said. It is money in these strike those situations.
She's really found the rhythm like that. The little sequence right there, that two-piece is causing Jack so many problems. It's really just messing up his rhythm and how he wants to play the game.
Wow, and 2K as a whiff punish there. Not what you would expect, but definitely what you like to see. Overhead comes through and everything is coming up UMISHO.
Legitimately, man, she knows where her bread is getting buttered right now. That hoof stop, the L-Con reaching at the max distance as well to catch Jack not blocking low. This is looking prime for UMISHO right now.
2S another gunshot, dashed up. What a press, though, from UMISHO again. The sense of when to go is absolutely ridiculous, but a good counter poke from Jack.
And I honestly even like that dust, right? The way UMISHO had been playing, the conditioning of the blocking that she was establishing, I don't blame her for trying to dust there. Jack doing a great job poking out of it, though. Hoof stop again, trying to low crush the 2S with that.
No bullets. There we go, though. No bullets, no concern. We're all good to go.
Sengi gonna stay on this side of the screen, though, and then immediately challenging the dust setup. UMISHO, like we said, knows Happy Chaos like the back of her hand, and she can call out tendencies with the best of them.
An opportunity on the dash up there. Beat driver a touch too far. And again, every single time we find any special move, we're able to just completely blow things open. 3 bars of calories, 3 square meals a day, and we're in on the offense.
Indeed, and UMISHO, what she did also was secure the positive bonus for herself, right, which means you get more tension, and she was above the threshold on Wild Assault. So even with sacrificing the calories, she still had a lot of resources to work with, but Jack doesn't care about any of those. Has fired back in his own right. Air throw from UMISHO now. We get into the Kona. Oh no! What a way to cover your whiff throw into the DP right after. You can't throw those no more.
Plus on whiff is you hate to see it. Dashed up, goes for the close touch, has to FD. Buy yourself some room, buy yourself some space. We need to breathe here.
Oh man. The BRC low. That was a great way to throw off any anti-air UMISHO would have had. BRC again catches him with a jump ass.
Love the idea there. It's been instant overhead almost every single time from Jack, finally cashing in on the low, but how far can he push that now? He pushed it around.
I like that a lot. When you break with the curse, you figure that the Happy Chaos is gonna get back, start setting up steady aim, right? So I love the fact that Jack called out UMISHO's aggression, thinking that that was gonna happen with the 2K.
JK meets on the air though. Burst comes through. Love that jump away. Oh, back to the same side. How in God's name, bro?
Yeah, legitimately, I don't know how Happy Chaos ended up on that side here. Big tech throw and no focus and no bullets right now for Jack. UMISHO had an opportunity, but again, he's so good at playing around, not having resources as well. Just the normal placement has been immaculate.
Oh Oh yeah, I like that, especially because you're behind on resources here. Had to play a little defensive. YRC gets the corner though. UMISHO off to the races.
And UMISHO, she's been loving that hoof stomp overhead after the YRC. It's another instance where the opponent is pretty much conditioned to block, so she's taking advantage of it. RC this time to keep the pressure up. She still has Wild Assault, instant block onto the big driver though.
Oh no. From bad to worse here, Jack. Still not enough to kill, but potential to even up the games.
Oh my, UMISHO showing no fear right there, actually calling out that BRC setup with the back throw, finds the hit on the close, has the RC to convert as well. UMISHO up 2-0 in the reset.
Actually unbelievable. One game away from being able to run away from this. Jack has been so close in so many of these situations, but hasn't quite been able to bite it back. This could be it.
Indeed, UMISHO one match away here and starting to slip through the grasp of Jack a little bit more each round as the burst gets baited as well. UMISHO's gonna find the super. Give me them plus frames. Give me that positive bonus. It's all her right now.
The momentum and the hype might begin to Jack here. Close slash finds the mark. We are one round away from a champion off the back of a perfect from UMISHO.
Incredible stuff right here. The momentum is out of control right now. Jack has to dig deep as he's ever dug before, honestly, to bring this one back. Oh, and again, the punish out right here. You can tell he's searching for answers. And when you're in a spot where you got to look for answers, it doesn't feel good, man. Nice, the flick of the wrist, though. That's big damage. That's why UMISHO sees the burst come out.
It's the whip punch on the slide as well. I like that. Takes the shot to actually stagger things out, and now one bullet left in the chamber. How do you spend it?
Yeah, same side that time, right? Kind of faking out the jump 2K setups. Instead, just getting the instant air dash on the same one. Oh, again, the wake-up close S, defeating the dust in time. You're kidding me.
Oh, no, and it manages to make the wall here. Not dead yet. UMISHO smells the championship is so close.
Again, she's got all the calories she could ask for. The tension is building as well. The dust is there, trying to bait out the burst. Jack perfectly timed with that one, staying alive for now.
IBFD, J2K, everything coming the way. The burst is baited. Jack with an incredible reaction here, and now it's a round apiece.
UMISHO, she even put her index finger up like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Knows that Jack is too good to let some little burst like that get past them. And now this could be the beginning of the comeback because UMISHO, she's not going to have burst for a lot of this round.
Oh my God, what a whip punish.
Oh, and the dust is there. Jack's momentum now starting to come back, starting to build back here.
I was going to say, something in the air has changed. It just feels different. I don't know how to explain it. 2D, YRC comes through.
That's what happens, right? When you have your back against the wall, when you have no more rounds to sacrifice, we see the instant block, we see the YRC come out, try to roll through, but it wasn't for free. Not reaching on the instant air dash back. UMISHO builds the burst back. We're trying to secure this dub.
That's delay 2K. Nice block on the roll. Unbelievable YRC. Goes for the super focus. Okay, Brain Blast. I like that.
This again, the concentration that's going to allow Jack to continue this pressure non-stop. OTG for the kill. We will not go quietly into the night.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like I said, something has changed. It just feels different. Jack, I don't know what happened between those last two rounds, but he's just feeling a little more aggressive, a little more confident. Look at the smirk. He's here. He's present. And UMISHO, that confidence you saw after game 2 was ready. Doesn't look the same.
When you're met at a point where you can no longer lose, there is no rounds to sacrifice, there is nothing left you can give to the opponent. A switch flips and competitors, man. That's what we saw right there. Back against the wall, literal tournament point for UMISHO. He knew that a new level had to be achieved. Jack, like we said, had to dig deeper than he ever had before. He's got to continue to do so now as 2 more games are required to take the first place.
Offline crown has eluded Jack the Demon King for one too many times, trying so hard to finally prove that these victories are not a fluke. 2K, 2D finds the mark, closes us to the corner, no bullets left, but still able to fight.
Exactly. If he would have been able to get the wall splat there, maybe he builds to the Ex Machina meter, but now this is a tough spot to be in. 50 tension, trying to FD and poke back, but the 2D was actually too short, and because of that, UMISHO reaping all the rewards. Back to tournament point just like that.
And as you said, back against the wall, Jack has to reach deep. Opportunity is there. Burst is almost back. Finds the first hit. Forces the burst from Umi. That's huge.
Yes, indeed here. Nice blocks on the jump 2K setup. Wild Assault to ensure the corner carry is there in the Ex Machina's ring out. Low on the concentration though, so we're gonna, I imagine, see some aggression. Yes, indeed. Oh, and tried to call out the outcome block string, but ends up getting counter here for the trouble.
Like that there, 50-meter. Opportunity here. Jack is in a dangerous position now. Mashes out at the perfect time though. Has plenty of meter. Is going to come out of the wall break with not much focus, but the full clip is going to matter.
Yes, indeed. Here, both players with 50% tension as well. Here, UMISHO willing to let it rip right there, and Jack punishes before she can land. Hops on, treating Sin like a Goomba.
2K almost came through. Tried to set up the curse. Good jump away. Oh no, but the legs get blessed. He's not wearing shoes. It's not fair.
100% Elcon snipe, brother. The athlete's foot. Oh, now we're going to be able to get the bullet once again here. The concentration is low. No more bullets as well. UMISHO recognizes that fact. Doesn't want to get linear, though. And again, that's why she brings out the hoof stomp, just in case Jack was going to try a Thor 3 approach with 2K or 2S. There it is again. This time, though, punished outright. Great block.
Went for the roll as she repositions around the burst. It sucks that you lose your offense, but still good for the reposition. 2D pulls the gun, takes the hit, and is going to get the wall stick. No super, but the situation is still dire for UMISHO.
Indeed, no bullets, though. It's one of the things, right? UMISHO, she respects Jack's normal game with Abby Chaos. He's even going to dash up and initiate the offense himself. BRC slow down with a tech throw.
So instead, he one bullet left in the chamber. This is all you need.
Oh my goodness here. BRC with a slowdown yet again. Backdoor for UMISHO though. She's gonna get an opportunity to take this home.
Drops it on purpose to reset. I like this. Gonna try and go for it all. No resets.
Oh my goodness, gets the counter and waiting for the burst. Jack didn't give it to her. While the song gets thrown, UMISHO is your combo breaker champion.
Waits for the roll, the perfect reaction, and the Sin Kisuke of UMISHO is able to take it. And as we've said, another stamp in the passport for UMISHO. AWT Finals is the destination now.
Oh my goodness, incredible grand final set, honestly, from both players, bruh. Incredible top 8. I'm really loving just the gameplay that we've been receiving at these major tournaments for Guilty Gear Strive, bro. It has become higher and higher level with every chance these players are given. And man, they never disappoint on the big stage. Again, incredible gameplay from fighting games anywhere.
It just gets better and better. And listen, I have to say, I say it every single time I sign off of any big block, because I have to make sure that everybody knows I need as many people as they can to see Elfel, first of all. Shoutouts. But also, listen, there's never been a better time right now. You're watching Combo Breaker right now, whether you're in the waiting room for the next game coming on, or you're checking out Guilty Gear Strive specifically, this is the moment. Let this be your sign. It's time to get offline. Whether it's Combo Breaker, any offline tournament, anywhere in the world, please come out, get involved. You see the amount of people in this room, the like-minded family that we have in the FGC. This is your moment. Please.
Hey, Combo Breaker, how y'all feel about offline tournaments? You know what I'm saying? Like we said, even Hado tweeted out last night, offline is undefeated, baby. You already know how we get down out here. Combo Breaker, one of the premier tournaments forever as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. Listen, there's nothing better than being outside. We love to see it for sure. And as we've said, the Arc World Tour will continue to roll. 2 tickets punched already as far as automatic qualifiers. Daru Ino, someone who's been playing Guilty Gear longer than some of the Guilty Gear players have been alive.
Legitimately.
UMISHO back in the driver's seat here and having another chance to cash out at the finals.
Man, the incredible top 8, as per usual. These players continue to just raise the bar when it comes to their skill level. Been loving seeing them show out time and time again here. So many dope players. Big ups to all of our top 8 and beyond, right? We're going to have an award ceremony here in a couple of moments to make sure all of these players receive the medal they've earned over the course of the tournament so far, yeah. And again, remember, this is just the first top 8 today, right? We got so many more games to go, so many more champions to be crowned, World Tour spots to be granted. It's going to be an amazing finals day, as it always is here in Schaumburg.
Definitely agreed. And as you said, Combo Breaker, one of the premier tournaments, and huge shout outs to the Midwest, who continues to put out and show us some of the best events in the world. I don't know what it was about this Combo Breaker this year. We're not even done yet, and there's just something in the air. It's the best it's ever been. And with the hands, with the people that are at the wheel, the people that are helming the ship, it's only going to get better. So as I said, please, you gotta make a Combo Breaker. It's worth the flight. It's worth the drive. Walk here if you have to. You've got to make it.
There's been 10 of these bad boys. You see the 10th anniversary of CB, baby. We're going to be here for 10 more and much longer, best believe.
Absolutely, but as we said, just getting our players all settled in and getting ready for our medal ceremony. We've got to crown our champions, see who is able to get the points, and give the flowers to the players who so desperately deserve it, because this was a bloodbath of a bracket. I implore you, go look at the start GG. It is incredible the lengths these players went to make it to these spots.
100%. This top 8 was amazing from start to finish. Really loved everybody showing out, getting through all the matches, and just bringing their S-tier game. Not even their A-tier game. They really looked the best they've ever been. And from multiple players here today, UMISHO coming through in prime form, Jack in prime form. We saw Nitro burst out the Leo White thing and really show out. But it does look like it is time for our award ceremony. So handle it, and we'll see y'all soon. Oh, okay, my bad. We're doing the actual announcements. Apologies to the stream, Mother Base. I just didn't hear you correctly. But yes, indeed. So, give it up for in 7th place. Give it up for Paragon's Lord Knight! Oh, my voice cracked. Hard body at the end right there. And then also in 7th place, let's hear it for FlyQuest's Razzo! In 5th place, he's back, baby. He said the scene needed him, and we definitely do. Give it up for Hotashi! And of course, also in 5th place, an amazing performance. Always love seeing her in these positions. Give it up for SQ! My poor voice. In 4th place, we got, oh my goodness, showing out with the Johnny. I'm repping the Johnny shirt. That was dope, brother. Give it up for Kshuewhatdamoo! Get the moves in the crowd too. I like that. And in 3rd place, of course, FlyQuest is on the reigning defending Evo champion, NitroNY! And immaculate performance after immaculate performance. I'm so glad this dude has become an offline monster as well. Let me hear some noise for Jack! And of course, in 1st place, qualifying into Seoul, South Korea, qualifying for the ARC World Tour Finals. Let's make some noise for UMISHO! Oh my God, all right, Proxy, you gotta talk now.
Hey, listen, unbelievable performance. Hey, put it all on the line. I appreciate the hustle. It's so good to get to see UMISHO holding the trophy proud, and as we've said, being able to be an ARC World Tour competitor in the finals. So taking the rest of this season to be able to take it easy, just train up, and be able to mentally prepare yourself to be in the moment in the later stages here. But with that, obviously, one story closes, another one opens. Guilty Gear Strive has been absolute cinema at Combo Breaker, as it always has, as the Midwest has always delivered. But there's more stories to be told here. Ringe, first of all, I want to give you your flowers, as always. One of the best in the business.
Thank you.
And
You as well.
to show things off. Appreciate it very much. Thank you to the crowd who showed up early for a little Guilty Gear Strive. We love you guys very, very much. And as we said, more stories to be told soon. Combo Breaker will be back with another top 8 back to back to back.